Hello. I've arrived. Well, no stream and hang out till after dinner till late. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't that late. It's kind of late, but not that late. I've arrived. Either way. Save you from having to sit with your own thoughts. I got in and was like, if I sit on my sofa, that'll be it for me. I won't move again. So I was like, just sit down and start the stream. So here we are. Let's play. Okay. How's everyone doing? Want to catch up on what happened last night. I guess we'll see what we get into, you know. Let's get Blake though. We need a real horse for tonight's work. Why, Braid? What's gonna happen? Dunno. No idea. Probably nothing. There was so much that happened last night that it makes me think that tonight is gonna be nice and quiet. Now. I guess we'll find out. Wow, hot mic that whole thing. Thank God there was no one around. Blakey boy. My wee Blakey. Uh-oh. What? Huh? Where's my horse? What the fuck? Is it dead? Where is it? How's this possible? God damn it. I have to restart that fucking game. I mean, the whistle is whistling, that's what's making me confused. God. Who you are. Then may you find out who you are. And if you come to search for what is lost, then may you find it at any cost. If you come to search for what is lost, then may you find it at any cost. If you come to search for what is lost, then may you find it at any cost. If you come to search for what is lost, then may you find it at any cost. If you come to search for what is lost, then may you find it at any cost. If you come to search for what is lost, then may you find it at any cost. If you come to search for what is lost, then may you find it at any cost. If you come to search for what is lost, then may you find it at any cost. If you come to search for what is lost, then may you find it at any cost. If you come to search for what is lost, then may you find it at any cost. If you come to search for what is lost, then may you find it at any cost. If you come to search for what is lost, then may you find it at any cost. If you come to search for what is lost, then may you find it at any cost. If you come to search for what is lost, then may you find it at any cost. If you come to search for what is lost, then may you find it at any cost. If you come to search for what is lost, then may you find it at any cost. If you come to search for or from far. May it not touch you or ever do you harm. And if you can't, oh so soft, you may look up one day and you'll be hard. All together now. If I were to die today, slaughtered in that masquerade, the last thing that you'd hear me say, put my body on display in the parade. Passing slowly through the town, my feet touch the ground. Alright. It's working. Fucking. God damn. How was dinner with the boys? I'm sorry. I don't believe that's any of your business. No. What the fuck? Is Blake glitched? God fucking damn it. What the fuck is happening? Bruv, I'm pissed. Fuck me. If I were to die today, puppet in that grey charade, the last thing that you'd hear me say, bury me in different shades of the parade. Dude, this episode of BoJack Horseman, I don't even know who Kevin Morby is. This song I got from an episode of BoJack Horseman that almost killed me. This song plays at the, I think it's the end of one of the episodes. It might be the episode where he closes his eyes and the horses are running next to him and he just closes his eyes and drives the car. But either way, dude, it destroyed me. The episode destroyed me, and then this song played and it burned the song into my fucking soul. I mean, Jesus Christ. Parade by Kevin Morby. Oh my god, right, I'm not fucking touching this again. I'm like fully glitched, dude. Look, where's the gun? The living fuck is going on with this horse? This horse is fucked. Look. What the fuck is going on here? There's some fuckery afoot, as what's his face would say on the train. Alright, well, the most confusing thing ever. In answer to a question whether dinner was good, it was good, yeah. It was good to see my friend Andrew. I see him once every 407 years. Get a nice chat, catch up. Is that my son Tempest Dax? My god, it is. I can't believe it. Thank you for the resub, my friend. I hope it's been worth it. Swan on the loose. My dearest family pet Elvis. 2 foot tall, slender neck, orange bill. As I escape my St. Denny home. Please be generous, quite easily fine if you recover, and please do telegram me. Okay. SCTA passenger train. Well, we did our train episode last night. Sheriff's office interview. Roosting Hawk. Hello, the name is Roosting Hawk. I'm writing to ask if sheriffs or under sheriffs are available, as I've been told by the marshals I've been approved to interview. I should be heading to Valentine anyway, but can travel where I'm needed. Jack Cameron. It's a wee Jack Cameron. Aye. Slaughter light duty. Still recovering from last night. Where is this? Blackwater. Let's go to Blackwater just in case she's still there. Is anyone else dead? Apprehension of dinner. Between the hours of approximately 8 to 11 on the evening of 5th of May, the Saints Cross Sheriff's Department struck a crucial blow against the remnants of the Dead End Gang, sending many of their top runmen to for impunity. So our team was led to victory by another Mitch Sand, who has been a bastion of strength and facing his enemies, time and time again rebuffing their attempts in the battle that crossed all over the surrounds around on the hillsides close to the Iron Grove loose in the east for to come. Have we freed Van Horn yet? I think it would be fun to have that back, wouldn't it? Alright, what happened with the Del Lobos? You know what, let's just go and ask Chloe. It'd be more fun, wouldn't it? Didn't I tell this guy to scram? Get out of here, pal. No? Alright. I can tell you I'm the shadow on the sun. Oops. I didn't send one telegram, did I? I didn't get to have a mental break between my first stream and second, so I'm probably not going to be like firing on all cylinders tonight, to be honest. Apparently might be a bit of a quiet one. I went from stream to social engagement to stream. Dude, the F-Zero theme. That's the F-Zero. Mute City. Rip that shit off. Can you hear this? I don't know if this is coming through on stream or not. Ah, the same song. People on the VOD getting pissed off. The solo in Reptilia by The Strokes. Sounds like Mute City, but in F-Zero to me. Do it all again next week. Crying like a child. Close you in here tall. I was far too scared to hit him, but I would hit him in a heartbeat now. You hurt them like they're nothing. Where is she? Stable theft. We have a hill house here somewhere. Resignation? Has retired. Group of 10 law led by Sheriff Lynn, Under Sheriff Schaefer and Senior Deputy Hooper have a holiday firefight with their levels at Rathskeller. Diego was not part of the fight. He kicked Hooper after bringing him to Armadillo. Operations thinking him led by Della visiting King as hostage. Bringing home while King was freed. Santiago said he'd give deputies time to leave and wanted to wanted blood. A fight ensued. The Delobers defended their home while injuries occurred on both sides. Eventually, the Doublers got better. Okay. Alright, well. Artemis, aka Quinn Harper, was found sleepwalking in the Great Plains, heading from a residence in Blackwater towards the west. What the fuck? Just the person I was looking for.
Oh.
First of all, here's this.
Oh.
Grandmother
Thank
always
you.
got me biscuits when I felt unwell. Second of all, are you alright?
I'm alright. I got a shot in, I believe, the back, and feels like maybe my shoulder. But I mean, I've got pain medication. It doesn't feel too bad. But I shan't be riding about and, getting into more gunfights or anything. At least not for a few days.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I bloody well know how that feels when you get the old bullet to the back. Sleeping on your front.
We got into a gunfight with the Del Lobos, and we had 8 of us, including a senior cadet. But I think we pushed a little prematurely, and we sort of got cornered. We were in quite a good position, but then we ended up being sort of cornered, and we ended up getting flanked.
Yeah. Was anyone else sort of grievously injured?
I believe everyone was hurt, but I don't believe there were any serious injuries. Hello.
Hello.
Evening.
How are you?
I'm fine. I was the only... I assume you're talking about yesterday at Rathskeller.
Mm-hmm.
I was the only one who was unscathed, so I'm fine.
So the weasels are still out there, are they?
Oh, very much so.
I feel like we're going to have to, go in with an even more escalated response, maybe 10.
It was 10.
Was it? I thought it was
yes.
8.
No, very much 10.
Or maybe 20 then.
That would suffice. They I don't know how to describe it, but they just kind of they won the war of attrition.
They've been quite quiet, really, at times. They would sort of maybe shoot 1 or 2 people at a time, but not really give away the positions. And then there was a giant fog that rolled through, and it was so hard to see who was up and who was down. I only had a count of 1 person being down on the roof. Apart from that, I didn't really hear any call-outs of people being hurt. So it's, they were definitely using the distance to their advantage.
A strange bunch,
Very.
They were unbelievably hospitable to me. And I wasn't expecting that at all, given their history.
Well, were you sort of nice to them because they that seems to be...
Well, that's generally how the world goes round, isn't it? And You know, when you're
they're
surrounded
sort
by a bunch of
bizarre.
angry Mexicans and you're got your hands in cuffs and they're saying all sorts of things about you being a puta madre and whatever they were coming up with. I didn't think it was a good time to start cussing them out.
Yeah, I suppose not.
They didn't hurt me. They gave me all my stuff back as
I did
well,
that.
which was pleasantly surprising.
Yeah, I don't know if they're sort of petty thieves, are they? They're more like I don't really know what their MO is most of the time.
No,
I think they just
it's
want
strange.
their own sort of personal sense of freedom, I think.
To
Yeah.
own the West and whatnot.
Yeah. To sort of throw a tantrum at their own will.
Very much so. I might ask your help. Will you be about tomorrow, Lord?
No.
Alright, that's okay. No, that's fine. I just, I might be meeting Emmett tomorrow.
Oh, right, yes. Yeah, you mustn't
Yes,
go.
so that will be, oh, definitely not. I'll try and have 1 to 2 people nearby. But I'm trying to think of a good location. I suggested possibly the docks in Blackwater or somewhere quiet around Strawberry. Somewhere where, other people can keep a good eye on me, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense. I think the docks are good there if it isn't too... is he sort of skittish? I don't really know anything about him.
I don't believe he's skittish, really. I think it's more just a case of... no, I feel like he might, go along with that, honestly. But, yes,
Yeah.
I would like to go out and take a look at a certain cabin in Big Valley. I believe he's staying there at the moment. But might like to see if there's any sort of telltale signs of anything changing, I suppose, before tomorrow.
Yeah, you want me to do that? I can go over there.
Would it be alright if I rode with you? Would that be okay?
I don't know. Would it be okay? Can you ride?
I can definitely sit on a horse. I just, would have to be careful about going too fast, but...
Yeah, we can do that. Go now if you want.
Or I could take mine, but I would just have to go a bit slowly.
Yeah, I don't want you sort of pulling any stitches or anything.
But I'll throw away some things and get my Jeff.
All right.
Alright. We can send a telegram that we're headed out that way.
Right, yeah.
Stay safe, Wainwright.
Is that Wainwright? That's not Wainwright. I don't think that's Wainwright.
Is it not? Who is it then? I thought that was Wainwright. Is that not his name?
Are you sure you don't want to jump on this?
Danny Wainwright?
Yeah,
I
that's
will.
not him. That's
Is it not? Who's that?
that's Merryweather.
Merryweather.
Yeah, they do sound similar, admittedly, but Merryweather sort of dresses more locally.
Ah, right. I've been definitely mixing them up then.
Yeah.
That makes more sense, because I was wondering how Wainwright got from shooting out against in the Van Horn siege and then also managed to be at the Cinco de Mayo one. And I was like, goodness, you've just gone from one fight right into another. But, no, that makes more sense. Yep. That's not embarrassing.
He probably gets it all the time.
No. Alright.
Although now you have to sort of think about it all night over and over and over again, right? Or is that just me? Maybe that's just what I would do.
No, that I would do that too.
Okay. Oh, here he is. It's Wainwright.
Oh, yes. As much as it's a fetching name, I do not claim it as my own.
I'm so sorry, my weather.
No, it's absolutely. I've never even met Wainwright, but they must be amazing if you mistook them for me.
I'm so sorry.
Are they also English by any chance?
I think so. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
They are.
Is this paramount to stereotyping?
I know that he has black hair and similar hat and similar clothes.
Well, when I
Similar.
bump into Wainwright, I'll be the judge of that. And if they're an ugly bugger, then I'm going to be quite offended.
Oh no.
I don't really think you look too similar, but you do sound quite similar, I must admit.
Right. Well, I'm sure they are an upstanding gentleman, and I'm not offended. I'm going to head to Valentine.
I mean, they have the most wonderful voice, trust me.
Oh, well, marvellous. Well, you stay safe.
Stay safe.
All right, see you later, Wainwright.
No.
I'm going to call him Wainwright and the
Goodbye,
other Wainwright Merryweather from now on, I think.
Oh, double-barreled. How formal.
I have no idea where we're going. Where do you want us to go?
Alright, so it's in Big Valley. Do you know the writer's cabin that's across from Hanging Dog Ranch? And it's near Pronghorn Ranch.
All right.
Did you notice I just said ranch and then ranch? The same sentence. That was so strange. I don't know why I did that.
You say you sort of do have a unique way of saying some words.
Some words, yes. I mean, it is ranch, you know. I mean, that's what it is, you know.
Well, it would be ranch, yes. I mean, unless you're
Yes,
from
ranch.
America,
Somewhere else.
or perhaps you're from Northern England or something.
Mm.
I also enjoy the way you say similar.
What did I say? Similar.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with similar?
Well, nothing. That's why I just enjoy the way you say it. You sort of really over enunciate the R at the end. Like a
Do
pirate.
I? Really?
Well, I think most people just sort of say similar, like as if it sort of trails
That's
off at the end. But
Similar.
yeah, but you say similar.
No, I don't. Similar. It's the same thing. I'm saying what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. No doubt.
Similar. You're making me question my existence now.
Well, that's a sort of overkill. You just say similar.
How are you meant to say it? Similar?
Well, you can say it however you want. You're not meant to say it any which
Similar.
way.
Similar. I don't know.
I
All
say
sounds
similar.
the same to me. So you're saying what I'm saying.
Sort of take the R off the end. And try again.
Similar.
That's a little closer. I don't know why. It sounds almost as if you're over enunciating all of the parts of the word.
I'm not sure.
You just sort of just let yourself, go for it. Just similar. Just one blur of a word.
Similar.
No, there you go. Similar. Where on earth did you pick that up?
I don't know. I didn't even notice it till you said it.
Where did you say your grandmother was from?
Ireland,
Oh, well, there you go. That's probably it.
probably.
Don't they have long A's in Ireland? You can do an Irish
Maybe.
accent.
I don't know if I can.
You had that sort of undercover one, didn't you?
Yes. I mean, it's sort of alright.
We'll say our accents are very similar in Irish.
Alright.
No pressure. It doesn't have to be perfect or anything. Not expecting a pitch perfect Irish accent out of you. Don't worry.
All right, I think I can do it. Top of the morning. Our accents are very similar.
How did you manage to say similar, more English with an Irish accent?
Wait, what? No.
That sounded more.
What? How?
I don't know.
What?
You tell me.
I don't know. I don't understand.
Well, neither do I.
It seems that his emmet is usually about either later than now or early in the morning, about 3 a.m. or so. So, I'm going to sort of play it by ear and see how it goes. But I will wake up early if I need to.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose you don't have much choice with a chap like that.
Yeah, I can do mornings until 7 in the morning, but after that I need to, go and get things sorted, paperwork and that sort of thing.
That was just her real voice, by the way. She just did then in the Irish accent. Just hilarious. All right. Where now? Where are we going?
Keep following the road. Going right down into Big Valley.
All right. Not the little fishing shack, is it?
No, it's sort of across the valley, on the way to Pronghorn. It's that little shack that hasn't got a back door.
The one that's sort of on the left of the path.
Yes. Yeah. I believe he's staying there at the moment. People found some medicine bottles, and they also found tally marks, which he actually recently telegrammed the medics about it, saying that he does tally marks for every day that he's not violent. So that's a good sign, really, that there are tally marks.
Don't feel obliged to, but if you really, really would like to support.
Although he's only got
there's a little button under
less
the screen
than a
for
week
tips.
worth of his medicine left. So, I'm just going to try and keep an eye on when the medicine is being delivered. So then I know.
Alternatively, there is on the main channel as well.
What days are very likely to be safe and not. Not that any day is probably safe.
Yeah.
Also, I spoke to Medic Birdie, and she said to me that I must be extremely careful because apparently I'm how does she say? That basically I'm the type that he likes, or that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure exactly why or what that means, but I do know that there was
you out for Mitch Sand then for the investigation.
Well, he is obsessed with a lady named Clara, who was part of the ward, and well, it seems she had sort of a higher toned voice, and then also had blonde hair as well. So perhaps that's what she meant.
I don't know why I can't
Sand said to be careful because he can get quite obsessed, especially if you're trying to help him.
My thing tonight.
So
see any tips?
I'll just have to be extra careful.
If you do send one, thank you very much. I don't know why I can't.
I definitely do want to help him though, but yes, he's definitely struggling.
The ideal time to donate, really,
because I
won't be able to
see 5 personalities, but now he said with the medicine that he recently took, and also some electro and hydrotherapy.
Oh, bloody hell, yeah. They put my
Yep.
cousin through that.
He said that, it's all boiled down to just 2 voices right now. So I'm not sure who the other voice is, but I've got a list of all 5 voices, and I can already rule out a few because, if the voice is asking for violence, well, then it's not going to be a few of them, So that's what I'm trying to do at the moment.
Yeah, just
Figure
don't
it
get
out.
suckered in with, if he gives you the old puppy dog eyes or gives you a sob story, just, play it cautiously regardless of how much. I know you're very empathetic, compassionate, but, play it safe.
Oh well. Yes, he is known to actually go back on his word. If he ever takes me hostage, I think we can go to the left
Oh, it's back here, is it?
somewhere. I think so. Might be more forward actually, but I think I saw it. No, maybe I didn't. No, I didn't. Right, we can go back to the right. Sorry. But yes, if I ever end up, hopefully I won't. But if he ever does take me hostage and says, "Oh, do this," and no, I won't hurt her, just don't believe him. There's been multiple instances in the past where
Over there.
he's promised to let people go if they do what he wants, and then he just chooses to hurt them anyway. So he shut down Bolton after she gave information about Creed. There was a lady named Bella, and they said if the Lord told them their dark secrets, well then, they wouldn't hurt her and let her go. They ended up electrocuting her. So it's a little bit. Oh, there it is. Yep, that's it to the left. I haven't changed anything from what I saw. I didn't want to mark anything or move anything away, just in case.
Yeah.
Saints Crossing Sheriff's Department? Is there anyone in the building? Saints Crossing Sheriff's Department? Is there anyone in the building? If so, please make yourselves known. If you have a weapon drawn, you will be deemed as a threat and may be shot. This is your final warning. Is there anyone in the building?
Oh.
Oh,
There's no back
Christ.
door. So I could see that there was.
Alright, this glad that I came down to check. Alright, so I've got some fresh medicine here. Old bottles. Blood, I'm not sure what the blood is about. Tally marks. That's at the same place that they were. Hundreds of them. Right.
Huh. Is that what it is? Jesus!
There looks like there's 2 sets of footprints here.
What the fuck, dude? I thought you were gonna give like
he's got a few
$25.
people in the ward with him, so perhaps, Twitch or Clara or some of the others are still back.
What the hell, dude? Take your money back. That's too much money, man. I thought you were
No
just gonna
fingerprint here.
give a little something. What the fuck? You won the lottery, bruv?
Nothing.
Damn. Here's the bullshit landlord. I guess so. Thanks, man.
I'm
Jesus.
guessing this place has already been jeffed. But
Alright, I'll step out
just
of your
in
way
case.
so you can give it the once over.
Yep, it's
And
okay.
so that I can have
I'll
a panic
just
attack.
take some notes.
Damn, boy. Are you sure?
I think that's safe to say it's, very, very likely that it's him
I don't want you to feel like,
with the new medicine.
I know I'm like, oh man, I'm so stressed about money and stuff, but it's not your responsibility. I'm just saying it to be, Dude, thank you. Appreciate you, my man. Christ. You sure you got this money? You need to tell me you're an oil baron or something right now. I mean, this is where we find out that fucking Eorst Hal Zyra Nak is your
It's so hard to see these bottles for some reason.
is your actual name, and that you're a pharaoh and you're still alive.
No.
What are you trying to do? Sorry. I'm trying to have a panic
take
attack,
a look
Chloe.
at the bottles here a bit closer.
Oh, right.
But
yeah,
there's just so much shit on the table.
Yeah, well, maybe just move that tarot card out of the way. Send me your bank statement. It's Jeff Bezos' personal account. Damn, son. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I really do. That is gonna make a huge dent in the damage.
It's sort of stuck.
Keep adding more money to it. It's bank holiday in my country today. And I don't know if you're in the UK or not, but I woke up this morning because I was like, oh, it's Monday. They're going to have sent me another bill.
Right, anyway, I know what it is.
And I had to have that. I had that. I don't know if you have like the fear of opening your emails. I just sat there with my finger hovering over the button and clicked it and had no new emails. And I was like, what the fuck? And it's because it's national holiday. No one's at work. I appreciate it, my man. I hope that the oil business is treating you well, though. And the rest of you, I'll see you in 30 to 45 minutes when I return to my body. I've got to hold it down because I have to RP. I can't just like lose. If the problem is, if I try and stay in my body, I'll cry.
Alright. That should be good.
I appreciate that.
And
Thank
see
you
if anyone's
so
written
much.
it up.
And the rest of you as well.
Has.
I know that other people have donated and. All right. Do we want to tidy this up or not really want to let him know that we've been here?
No, I don't think we should change it. I think we should let it as it is.
Yeah.
I don't want him to know that we've been here.
Yeah, I agree. Brad isn't here anymore. Only Lucien remains.
As
when
far
you're
as
scared,
he
remember
knows,
to breathe. You almost
you know,
have to pause
he
while it
doesn't know
loads
that
up which
we
answer you
know of
selected.
his location there. So
remember, when you're scared. A bloody wolf running amok over
oh
there.
yeah, there's two of them. Looks like strange during the day.
Oh, here they come. Hold on.
All right.
Because this is going to.
I know they're going for the local man.
Alright, you stay on the horse.
Alright. You alright?
Yeah, are you? I didn't want to have to
I'm okay. Thank
have
you.
the pace on the horse, you know. I also didn't want that chap to come to any harm. Can't be doing this right now. I'm trying to have a panic attack, Chloe. For fuck's sake. Alright, are you sure? We can We can stop and check your bandages. Not that I have any
It's
bloody
alright.
idea what I'm looking for. I've probably done more damage than the Del Lobos did.
It's okay. I checked them this morning, and I don't feel any sort of strange pains or anything. Thank you, though.
Yeah, but what do they put you on? That pain medication. Some of it's bloody strong. They had me on morphine when I got shot in the back. Something
Christ.
loopy.
They had me on grapeseed extract and also willow bark, they said.
Yeah, grapeseed will give you some strange dreams as well.
Mm.
Do you have a fear of opening emails, or are you rich? Yeah, well, I mean, you know, it's not often I get such huge bills, you know. I'm up
I
to
was reading through
£700.
some old books, things belonging to my mother.
It just causes me such like
I
trepidation to
I
open
found
the emails.
a second
Find out they've
diary
added another £80 here or
earlier.
whatever. Wasn't that guy Riker, was it?
And, well, it seems that Emmett Gray and I might have more in common than, first thought. At least, I feel perhaps we might have had more in common if I'd stayed living with my father, I suppose. Well, I can't know that for sure, but it seems he lives up to his name. That person is riding behind. It's strange to think, how different, your life could be just based on what your living circumstance is, I suppose, and who you're with. I think I was quite lucky, with my grandmother.
Sorry, Chloe, I'm not here right now. Hal is like, oh no, I've ruined the entire stream. Lucien can't speak. Yeah, I suppose sometimes you sort of think, just a harmless moment here or there would have no real effect, but who knows, maybe if you'd left that house 10 minutes earlier, or if you'd caught the train 15 minutes later, or, this, that, or the other, I suppose it could have tremendous impacts on the future, or maybe none at all. I suppose that's not for us to know, only to ponder. Thank God Chloe's got a hero's monologue to go through.
I think I must have read through every single file that's related to him, which was a lot. And I went through his medical records as well, that Medic Paddy gave me the case file numbers to look through.
Also, thank you for the sub, by the way, Hal. I'm just going to call you Hal because I have no idea how to say the rest of your name.
Sort of compiling everything and just know where to keep an eye on things.
I'll call you Emotep. I'm going to call you an X and the Moon.
I don't think Miss Paddy is too keen on meeting him, which is very, very fair.
I now believe that you are an actual ancient pharaoh.
I think he doesn't seem too open to the idea of cancelling yet, so I think that's something that I might try and speak about with him.
Yeah,
Maybe encourage him to do it.
Poor Chloe's going to be... Tomorrow she's going to be
I
like...
don't want to push too much, especially not on
Oh,
the first
Zyra's
meeting.
nice. You know what?
So
Zyra's
I'm
good
going to
'cause
just sort of
you sound like a fucking
hope
superhero.
to build some rapport, you know. If nothing else, if we have a non-violent encounter, I think that's a plus.
Or Shallow Hal. Chloe tomorrow is going to be like... Oh, you know that thing I told you yesterday and Lucien's going to go? No recollection of it whatsoever.
I think I'll try and have at least one
I have
or
no
two
concept of anything that
deputies
happened to me after
nearby.
9 p.m. last night for some reason.
2 ideally, especially if there's 2 sets of footprints outside the house.
Yeah, what do you make of that?
My initial thoughts is that, you know, it could be Clara, Twitch. There was another name, I think, Terrence. So there was a file that was written up. I think it was Stillwater Creek Cabin.
Just the most critical
It
Chloe
was the
backstory
first
being
case
dropped.
in 1903.
That Emmett Gray is her brother?
So there was
And that he killed
2
her father?
effigies.
Is that what she said? What did she say?
One that seems to
Sum it up for me,
maybe
Riviera,
be
quick.
Sand, and one that seemed to be Deputy Marlowe, who was killed by him. And then on the wall there were 4 names. It was, I believe it was Clara, Twitch, Terrence. Oh yes, and then the other was Dr. Creed. And the Dr. Creed one was splashed in red paint. So my guess is that, you know, that's basically saying that, you know, maybe he's out, or maybe he's, you know, that they're going to target him, or maybe he's passed away, you know.
Yeah, I suppose it could be any of the...
I do know
maybe
that
he'll
they
be able to
broke
shed some
away.
light on it as well.
They broke away from Creed. It seems that he was pretty much just using them to get whatever it was he wanted.
Where is
He
Creed now?
Whereabouts are not known at the moment, but I get the feeling that
He's playing on another
you know, he's
server.
probably not
Oh, okay.
about, since he hasn't been sighted since I think 1901.
Right.
Yeah, and Emmett also took over the ward, you know, so he's the leader essentially now. I'm going to check my telegrams.
Alright. I just realised I brought us back to Strawberry, but I assume you want to
No,
go back
this is
to
perfect.
Blackwater? No?
Here's fine. I'll just check my telegrams, send a check-in for us, and then we'll see what happens. Oh, Christ. Right. He's about. He's on the way to Blackwater. I'm going to send a telegram in. I'll send a check-in. Would you come with me? I feel like we should really figure out a plan before. I'm going to tell him to give me 10-15 minutes.
Alright. It was Rufus that set Dr. Creed on Colin, yeah. And then afterwards, sort of regretted it because he met Colin and was like, "Hey, he seems alright, that kid." But doesn't really feel anything too intense. Evening. Evening.
Christ. Alright. I wasn't expecting it to, Yep. Alright, well, I suppose we can head towards Blackwater then.
Alright. Yeah, you up for this? You can
Yes.
put him off till tomorrow.
I think we'll be fine. I mean, there's not really much preparing I can do. I've read through everything that's there. Right now, it's just about, talking to him, getting his motivations, and hopefully understanding where he's at better.
Yeah. And
I've requested for one more law if there's anybody free to come to Blackwater.
now, okay, so your plan here is that you go and speak to him. We'll watch you from the porch or something. And now, if for some reason he goes absolutely insane and grabs you, snatches you, and rides off somewhere, where do you suspect he might go? Obviously, that place back there being number one, but...
Yep, so that's the cabin that he's using at the moment. Other main places he's used is Beaver's Hollow. He's also had quite a lot of activity in the cave that is near Butcher's Creek. Annesburg in general, big area for him. Also Stillwater, the cabin near there is the one that he used this year. But my guess would be somewhere in Big Valley. That's the most likely for me, I would say.
Beaver's Hollow, Annesburg, Stillwater.
But yes, he's also used the Veronic Laboratory before in the past.
Right, so everywhere. You've sort of listed off.
Yeah, for 1903, it's Stillwater and Big Valley.
Right,
Those are the...
Which one's Stillwater?
Stillwater Creek. Do you know on the way near Thieves Landing?
Right. Yeah.
Yep. So it's the cabin there, sort of near that. Yes. So those are just sort of my guesses, but
And if he goes crazy, what is the ideal way to deal with him? Sort of firm hand, or just sort of try and talk him down, or just bum rush him and break his neck?
I would say try to negotiate and de-escalate first. In the past, he has taken law hostage like Macintosh. The best way to deal with him is to try and, appeal to his positive emotions, and sort of a very much respect-based. No trying to cut the tension with humor or anything like that. That wouldn't go down well. Try not to mention his father unless he has mentioned it first. And same with members of his gang. Just sort of unless he mentions it, it's not good to bring it up.
Well, I don't really know enough about it to be able to anyway. Okay, right.
Yeah. But, I mean, first meeting, I think hopefully things will stay calm. I don't plan to, make him anyway angry. So I'm going to try and keep everything extremely calm. he's been quite non-violent actually in the past few weeks. So that's a positive.
Yeah, but we haven't dangled a person who fits his quote-unquote type in front of him before, which...
Yeah, that's...
not that I don't think you can't handle yourself, but you are injured, and you are, sort of... I suppose not, well, I don't know. I just don't trust any of them at this point, but...
Yes, right now I don't believe he's to be trusted exactly. Just seeing as, in the past he's gone back on his word, so I'm just going to be very aware of that, but I should try and keep my distance. I will be honest with him and let him know that there are law in the area. I think it's important to be honest about that sort of thing.
Yeah,
but I'll let them
stand on the porch and act as though
Yeah.
I'm burying my nose in paperwork.
Yeah. I think that's the best way to go about it. Just, be upfront and honest from the start.
You want a sort of code word in case things are going south that you can shout?
Yeah, let's see, what could I shout?
It has to be something kind of normal, coffee or
I could
something
say
like
that, coffee, I suppose, could I get you coffee?
that.
I don't know,
just launch the
say-
word coffee out there.
I could say maybe Thursday, maybe we could talk about this on Thursday or something. I don't know, that's a bit specific. I'll say lemon drops. Lemon
Alright,
drops.
lemon drops, yeah. Okay, if you say lemon drops, I'll approach.
Alright. Now he's got,
Otherwise, I'll leave you to it.
yep, he's got a big, thing about not wanting to be trapped at the moment. So that's, we're not going to try and go for an arrest, even if he is. It's not my goal for today. So, as long as he stays non-violent, I won't be trying to take him in. And I'll let him know that as well.
This might actually be too many people here,
Yeah.
ironically.
Just going to resolve this so other people don't need to. Oh,
Yeah, we probably need to head to Ansberg.
yeah, I see that. Yeah,
What's going on in Ansberg?
that's fine.
What?
The bank robbery, there's a few downed and shit, so we probably need to head up there to assist.
Right, I'll talk to Dream now.
Where's Nadia?
She's standing in the corner behind us.
She's paperworking her way.
Uh,
Howdy, Lord.
One
Being
down,
ahead for a moment.
one down outside, on tracks outside.
Really into writing this report.
Oh no, that's
Yeah, we need to
okay.
get a move on by the looks of things.
Yeah, the two of us can head up there. Is there a senior up there that can utilize Bobby in case that we run into trouble?
Right,
Yeah,
where are
yeah.
we going?
Ansberg.
Right.
Wait, what?
We need to go to
Scully.
Ansberg. There's several
Just so
dams.
you're aware, we're going to be meeting Emmett
There's several
Gray
down that got
outside
chased
on the
around by
docks.
the bank robbers
Lorde
a
is going to
little
stay
bit.
here, and I just
Right.
want you to be aware
let's
as
put us
well.
on that.
He is wanted, but I'm not planning on
Anyone else
taking him
coming?
in.
Down as
Three of
well,
us?
please.
Since we're, working on the detective case at the
Just you
moment.
three. I think we're gonna keep Dream.
Counselling for now, and just keep him non-violent.
I see you
So-
again, Lord. Hope you're well.
I suppose if I shout lemon drops. things
Yeah,
are
good
going
to see
very-
you again. I've already seen you once today, even though it was Merryweather and he
Okay,
was
understood.
misnamed as Wainwright.
We saw that.
Oh, that's right. I got very confused.
Yeah. Enjoy good hunting.
Supposedly staying at the moment.
Is he still staying in Stillwater?
No, he's staying in a Big Valley cabin.
Oh,
At the
that
moment.
one,
The writer's one.
I see. Okay, understood.
So, or at least I think he is. I mean, it's the tally marks are there, the medicine bottles.
I mean, we could.
It seems very,
No,
very likely it's
I
him.
don't know about that.
So,
Why not?
We
but
should.
there were
We
two
should
Fox is
probably
stream
go
now.
down the road
footprints
just to
from.
check in.
You're going to lurk? Alright.
Can't really tell how long ago.
Thank you
but
so much again, Zyra.
We'll just be aware that there might be another member of the ward around.
When I return to my body in about 4 hours
Alright.
from now, just before I'm falling asleep, I'll be able to
Understood.
actually think
I
through
recommend if it's
the
not
whole
sensitive,
thing, but I appreciate it very much.
putting a
I
tip
really
into
do.
the tip line.
Oh yeah, already did.
Beautiful.
Yep. So I'll go out and wait for him there.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm going to put some things on my horse, and I will have my, weapons on me. I can use a sidearm. I probably can't use my long arm at the moment. So, I'll sort that out.
All
I'll
right,
sort of,
understood.
I'll lurk on the porch and act like I'm doing paperwork. Like I always
Wonderful.
do, I suppose.
That lot's already gone. Okay, back to my report.
Yeah, I
Ooh,
think they're responding to the
voltage.
Annesburg situation. I think she did stream a long time ago.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't even know what that situation is.
I just need to check my
I think someone tried to rob a
telegrams.
bank and a train or something.
Bless.
Lord, would it be alright if you came with while I check my telegrams?
Oh, yeah.
Just to see if he's. I think he might have responded. That might be him over there, actually. Full beard and dark horse. But I'll check my telegrams anyway, regardless. That is, I think, the same person that I saw just out in Big Valley when we were out there. Do you remember somebody passed us and then there was a second person, a lady?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that was him. Which is interesting, he's going to know that we were out at his house. But not much we can do about that.
Something like that? Something very stylish.
Going on tonight.
Yes, and make sure you do not wear anything with a high collar or, any kind of balaclava, face masks. No, we must all see your face.
He should be back water by now.
Oh, you're making me blush, Mr. Gillen.
Yes, I do have that.
If you could, would you be able to take a good look at his horse? I think it looks like a Turkman, maybe. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, I can do.
I'll go and speak with him. I'll see if that is him. Hello there. Excuse me, I don't mean to bother you, but I was wondering if perhaps you might be Emmett?
Who's asking?
My name is Chloe Slaughter.
Detective.
That's right.
About ready for that conversation.
Yes, very much so. Be alright if we spoke on the docks just down by the office. Would that be okay?
Yeah, why not?
There's going to be, just to be fully transparent, there's going to be some law that are in the office, 2 of them. But like I said, I'm not interested in staying.
A real fella voice, huh? Is that a Turkoman?
I can talk over her.
Yeah, she's already injured, so I think I'll probably have to go full Lord. Guess we'll see how it goes. I don't know, it seems like he's trying to build a story, so maybe not. Thoroughbred. Like that.
Howdy, Lucien. You
Evening.
alright?
Yeah, not too bad. We're just over on the docks there. Chloe's speaking with Emmett Gray.
Gotcha.
He's wanted, but I think we're not bringing him in. We're just trying to get some information out of him tonight. But she's also injured, so I'm keeping an eye on things just in case.
Okay.
You see
Why are we
that,
not bringing him on stuff?
I'm not 100% sure, but I think it has been spoken through. I'm not sure why it's not happening exactly. I think maybe they needed more information first on something. Yeah, I don't fully know. There's a full investigation going on.
Gotcha. The only thing he's showing as wanted for is something that's been archived.
Yeah, in the file it says he's currently wanted, but I think what's most important currently is building rapport, avoiding future violence, and helping the medical facility get him into care.
Yeah, I agree.
So I think that's what's trying to happen. You see the horse ahead of us to the left, the sort of grey-blue one.
Yep,
Is that a thoroughbred?
I believe so. It looks like one.
All right. Yeah, that's his horse. Just thought we'd better note that down. But yeah, beyond that, I'm not really involved, so I didn't, I sort of caught up a little bit just before this, but just sort of leaving it in Deputy Slaughter's hands.
Okay. Well, I trust that she'll handle this appropriately.
Yeah, I think she's sort of lead on this investigation with Callahan. So they're on it. Whatever it might be. I was just sort of catching up with it now. How are you? Everything
Yeah, I'm
going
okay.
all right?
Yeah, things are going okay. Just getting back in the swing of things. I've been ill the last 2 weeks or so,
Oh,
I
blimey.
haven't really been working too much.
Yeah, I hope you're feeling better.
Yeah, I am. I'm slowly getting there. You know how like usually when you get like a really bad cold, you have this cough that just lingers for like months.
Yes, that's a bloody
Yep.
nightmare, that is, yeah. Keeps you up at night.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose that's the worst thing about having a cold or a flu or something, is that it, keeps you up, stops you from eating and drinking, and that just makes you worse and worse and worse. And you sort of need to be at your peak. Okay, let's read through this then. So this is probably going to go from this way up. Clementine, what we currently know about Emmett Gray and his most recent activities, SCDH is working very closely with Emmett Gray in an attempt to get him treated for whatever is wrong inside his head. He recently attacked Macintosh, and I believe he is someone we need to keep an eye on right now with how dangerous and violent he is. And that was in April. I'm reading through the archives and will compile a list of all known behaviours and history of Emmett Gray so that we can be aware of what we're going into. I'm happy to be a point of
See,
contact.
Sheriff Rabbit retired.
Yes, I didn't really know Rabbit that well, but I heard so many sort of grand stories about them.
Yeah, great sheriff. They're the ones that deputize me.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
Well, it's it's sort of a loss for the department, but it's nice to see someone retire and be able to go and live a life hopefully threat-free and stress-free.
Yeah, let's just hope they let's just hope that they stay retired and don't come back like Mitch Cameron and Christensen did.
Right, yes. It does seem to be a thing that recurs, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sort of I'm sad I didn't get to learn a little more from them and their sort of approach to leadership, but I can't really begrudge someone for bloody retiring.
Yeah, she was they were a very great sheriff, and quite honestly, some of the things I've learned in my upbringing as a senior, I've learned from them.
I was a little concerned with all the operations last night, and I sort of saw the name pop up in a bulletin. My heart dropped for a second, but I'm glad to see it was a resignation and nothing worse.
Mm-hmm.
I hear there was 2 operations at the same time, I think, right? Van Horn and the Del Lobos situation last night.
Yeah. I believe Van Horn was about maybe an hour prior to the Lobos. But yeah, they were simultaneous. And me and a few other deputies had a wonderful trip throughout Roanoke, finding dead bodies. So,
Oh, blimey. The Van Horn situation or something else?
no, you ever heard of Riker Doolin?
Had an encounter with him, yes.
Yeah, well, I was leading a group, and we were trying to find a missing deputy, and we kind of came across him, and
Riker was the guy from last
we
night,
chased
right?
him out of Emerald, and for a good 10 minutes, and after like losing him twice, and him somehow finding us twice, and us re-engaging in a pursuit with him twice, we well, he shot 2 of us down, and it was just Dobie left, so Dobie got us back to medical, and lo and behold, as me and Jane are getting traded, that guy walks in to the medical office acting like nothing fucking happened, and we ended up arresting him, but he admitted to a murder, and then hinted at 2 other murders, and we presented a deal. He accepted the deal, and he let us do 2 other bodies.
Bloody hell. Well, we had an interaction with him on a train last night. He was with Panther and Zero. Unless that's a different chap. Sort of red hair, sort of brown overcoat. Is that him? Unless I have
I think
different
that's it,
Riker. Yeah. And
Yeah,
he,
I
I mean, he didn't seem, honestly, he didn't seem that violent. I mean, you know, in as much as you can say about someone who has a gun to Dalloway's head, you know, but he was extorting us for $50 each. And it seemed to me like he wasn't, you know, trying to get into any sort of violence. When they fled, we chased after them. They didn't shoot at us or anything like that. So I'm surprised to hear that, to be honest. I didn't make him out to be quite such a violent chap.
Mm-hmm. Was it Jamie Riker you're talking about? Because we didn't see that in any of his charges when we were arresting him.
I'll check. Let me see who it was. Yeah, I went with Riker Doolin because he admitted to the name Riker. He gave us different names. He said his name was Ezekiel Simon, and then Double Down Simon. And then when looking through other charges, I found that he had committed crimes with Panther and Zero before, so I just assumed it was the same one.
It probably is, because I know he is connected to him. We just did not see that in his charges, so... Oh, you don't know. I do see it. I do see it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay.
Just got lost to wash all the endless things he's done.
Yeah, there was a lot of things to process him on, and at the end of the day, we didn't even go through with the deal that we gave him because he ended up punching Ethan Jones in the face.
Bloody hell.
In Sisika. So I had warned him multiple times throughout the night, like, you do anything funny, this is off.
Yeah.
And he did something funny, so.
Who was it? Who did he kill?
So there was 3 separate murders. It was 1 first-degree murder. It was for a man by the name of Scorpion, someone he used to run with. Scorpion apparently robbed a bank with him a while back, and the job didn't go well, and I guess Riker figured out that Scorpion was telling Law us stuff. This is the first time I was even hearing of that situation, so.
Yeah.
So that was one reason, but also apparently Scorpion killed Riker's wife and I think son too.
Oh, bloody hell.
So he was eager for revenge, not only for that, but also for, him getting caught in a bank robbery, I believe. So he ended up going up to Gawarma, trying to find him, didn't find him, came back, found him, and stabbed him, severed his finger, and tortured him, basically, and then slowly killed him and buried him up in by the Roanoke Labs.
Christ.
Yeah, and then the other two local men on the roads. One was a wagon theft. One was just a run-in. Local got angry. He ended up shooting him and left him there to die. Never reported it. Never tried to render help.
Blimey.
He was somewhat remorseful for the 2 second-degree murders, but for Scorpion, he explicitly said multiple times that he'd do it again. That it was the best day of his life.
Well, I mean, I can't say I don't understand his motivations, but I certainly can't imagine doing anything like that myself.
Yeah, it was, I admit, struck a little home for me.
Yeah?
I'm not sure if this was before your time or not, but I was married, and were you around when the Pro Gang was around?
No, I've sort of heard about them. They were particularly violent.
Yeah.
I showed up around October, November last year.
Yeah, that was around the time my wife passed away. It was the Pro Gang that killed her. It wasn't pleasant. They
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, she it wasn't pretty. But in a way I could relate to wanting that revenge. Because that night, it was nothing, it was something I wanted. There was nothing else that I wanted more than that night when it happened. But that same night, they all got killed in the Battle of Valentine. I never got to see them face to face. Never had been able to give a word to them or do anything. And I guess in a way I'm thankful for that. But
yeah, I suppose it's one thing not to be able to attain that closure, but perhaps another thing that it was maybe fortunate that you weren't present.
yeah. Now the only reason why I wasn't a part of that battle was because my friend, former deputy John Bishop. I'm not sure if you ever met him or not, but well, he learned pretty quickly about it and pulled me away. He knew what I was wanting.
Yeah, I think that was wise of him.
In hindsight, it was. It's amazing what a blood-fueled revenge feeling entail.
Yeah. As we watch Chloe over there injured with a fucking violent criminal after the Del Lobos situation with her a month ago or whenever it was. A horrific story to be telling Lucien. He's already paranoid enough and trying not to be too much of a freak about it while on duty. It's cool that I didn't actually know that about his character. I had no idea. It's a good story, yeah. Welcome in, Table Story. We're just playing a little bit of Wild RP. Currently, it looks like I'm just standing around doing nothing. Apparently, I'm Irish. I'm not even Irish. I don't know where it's gone now. Standing around. It looks like I'm standing around doing nothing, but technically my job right now is to watch the conversation ahead of me. That's a violent criminal on the left and Deputy Slaughter on the right. She's heading up an investigation with him, and I'm just keeping an eye on making sure she doesn't get kidnapped or die.
Gotcha. Just to let you know, Slaughter is out on the docks meeting with Emmett Gray.
He talking to? Who's this? He talking to? That is Reuben Wiley, who Levi hates, right?
I just read that tip.
Lucien likes him a lot.
Was it Bigfoot?
But he's the guy that fucking accidentally shot Levi that night. And Levi was like, "Fuck him, man. He's a prick."
Statue of like I think what's called a gorilla down there by a strawberry.
Yeah, he's a cool dude though. I didn't know. I had no idea about that element of his story. I genuinely had no idea that he had a character that he was in a relationship with. I guess permanent to the Pruitt gang. Pruitt gang were. I think Leah was in that gang. I think Johnny was in that gang. Just before I came back to the server, like really recently before I came back. I think it was at the end of last year, right? They were a pretty violent gang. I think they were like, Golden Hounds level. I really want Leah to fucking rebirth the Pruitt gang, and if she does, I'm gonna join it. I just want to make another violent criminal who just runs around being a prick. I don't really get to do any violence and prickiness, because law we generally lose. And,
the ape man?
Levi doesn't fight.
Are you okay?
Yeah, she had the Irish character, yeah. So I hope one day she maybe brings that back. I'd like to join a gang like that. But yeah, I had no idea about that story. That was cool. It was the most appropriate time. If I was writing this episode today, that's exactly the conversation I would have right here on this porch.
I mean, I don't. I don't think the man's committed any crimes. I mean,
Right, let's carry on reading this report. Sand added to it. Be careful, too many people try to smother this man with an approach for help. Keep it to SCDH and an appointed individual, Chloe. He is no fool and he will snap at the slightest sniff we have of any other intentions. Chloe, I have reached out to Emmett and he responded both to myself personally and the tip line regarding me. I will continue to try and build rapport as well as get in contact with Medic Birdie. I will offer assistance in standing by should she need when performing therapy with him if both parties consent to this, and we'll also spend I think this is what she's trying to get him to do. She's trying to get him to do therapy. And we'll also spend tomorrow organising files and compiling the pertinent information here in a neater format. I will add transcripts of back and forth conversation. I replied to Mr. Gray and continued to try and build rapport, reached out to Medic Birdie and offered assistance. We'll try to set up meetings with versions available, continue to format the cases. Note, Mr. Gray was worried about being trapped by law while seeking help. I do not currently wish to try and bring him in as long as he's staying non-violent. For now, eventually he will need to be brought in, of course, but I feel we'd attempt too early it will worsen relations between himself and law. He is currently wanted, blah, blah, blah. We read that. Emmett Gray wants a meeting.
I don't know, just me, if I want to retire, I'm going to retire. I'm done, I'm putting things down for good. I don't know.
Patient notes Dr. Isaac Craig, 33, Southern State, exact. Emmett suffered with an alcoholic father, liar, and adulterer. Emmett watched as his father disrespected his mother for years. Physical and emotional beatings were a daily occurrence for him and his mother. One night, his father knocked Emmett out during a beating. He awoke to find his mother dead. Law were informed and intruder did all this, and being the law, took the father's word over the beaten sons. For years, his father beat into him that it was his fault his mother was dead. This forced him to change who he was. Desperate for a respite from the beatings, he created new personalities to appease his father. Emmett eventually beat his father to death when he could take no more of the abuse. At this time, 3 personalities created out of survival became a part of Emmett, each one filling a specific role to his survival evaluation. Emmett sees me as a true father figure. He often does whatever he can to earn a compliment from me. I believe he is quite enamored with the very concept of me. He is aware of who he truly is, but when the others take over, he has no control as Emmett. Emmett Gray is the enforcer, Ivor was a warrior, Francis was an intellectual, Beatrice was deceptive, Tony Russo was childlike. I don't know who of those I met. I met Dr. Creed once
I know how it is.
on Rufus.
Like, is your eye like gone, like permanently, or like?
As far as I'm aware, it's just they saw what was left and just took it out.
Okay, yeah. So you're gonna want an eye back.
Okay.
Yeah, and
eventually I can find a nice little pink gem
so
to put into my skull.
What I would recommend is contact Dr. Bellatrix. She can fit you with a glass eye too for like off-duty purposes. I wouldn't wear it on duty because that's just gonna crack your eye. You fall on a rock or something, or get hit over the head. I mean, you could, but I was told like it's dangerous to have like something like a rock in your head. You know, it's a very sensitive area that is. Like the material they made of my glass eye that I don't usually wear is I forget exactly what it is. It's like really light, smooth. There's no like sharp edges or anything.
What was the magic word? Lemon
Sensible, reasonable human being.
Miniature mini what?
Who trusts the bank enough to throw all their money into it?
I know what it meant.
Well, I figured if we're doing some legitimate things, we gotta, have legitimate services to our avail.
Okay, I think we head over to Rhodes and figure out what's going. Oh wait, never mind. There's 5 people in Rhodes. Okay, they got it. I think I made the decision. I don't like the jacket. I'll be right back.
Oh my god, I have to go to the bank tomorrow and I can't be fucked. I have to speak to an actual person in an actual bank, which I haven't done for so long. Actually, I might not do it tomorrow. It's probably going to be well busy in it. Might long it off, bruv. I might long it off just for like one day, you know what I mean, bruv? I just see someone creep by. No. Tunes are banging tonight, bro. Banger after banger after banger, bro. I'm looking forward to playing more RimWorld tomorrow as well. It was kind of annoying because I didn't really get to do any of the anomaly stuff today. Because of the because I was just trying to keep him alive, you know. Endless mental breaks. Hopefully I can get stuck into some of that stuff tomorrow.
Okay, that's much more.
It was the same with biotech. I don't know if I really got a lot of the biotech stuff down. That's why I kept it
I like it with the 2 fingers.
ticked. It's in, you know, this one. The gene stuff was, I don't know if I was making it more difficult for myself or something, but it was hard to get some of that extracting genes and putting them in other characters type stuff down. It's hard, man. It's hard because the game as a survival game on its own is hard. Just playing the game is hard to do, and I put it on Strive to Survive a lot of the time, so doing like all the extra stuff on top of it is particularly difficult for me. I know some people are probably really good at the game, and you know, a lot of you are probably a lot more efficient than I am, but I don't have that sort of, I don't know, whatever side of your brain it requires to be min-maxing and technical with those kinds of games. It's probably brutal watching me play it sometimes, but I'm fine. I'm sitting there kicking my legs, having a lovely time. Right, exactly. Fairlight. Fairlight is a perfect example. Made an army of vat-grown, gene-manipulated super soldiers, yeah. I mean, without watching someone else or without Googling things, which is how I play it, I struggle. I also, you know, if I'm going to be the type of player that plays games like that, what I should be doing is reading everything that the game offers, and I don't. I just assume I'll be able to figure it out. I do love it though. I love it either way. I always enjoy games where I can name characters after friends. There's that much more ownership to what happens.
Anyway,
Yeah, I agree.
I'm looking at my Telegram.
It's cool when like something happens and you're like, oh my god, no! Leah! Fuck! Oh shit, they just ripped Busy's testicles off.
Processing that. Jesus Christ. Hello.
Hello. How are you doing?
I'm coping. How about yourself?
Oh, blimey, are you alright? What was that from?
Flashback and Duncan Murphy.
Bloody hell. You gonna be alright?
Yeah, just my depth perception ain't gonna be as good as it used to be, I guess.
It's so let me tell you a secret, okay?
Okay.
It does get somewhat better with time. Okay. For the first few days and probably a week, you're probably gonna be tripping on everything and running into poles.
I've been mostly laying down, but yes.
Yeah, yeah. But as like months go past, you'll be able to walk normally, right? And then start practice with your firearm, and you might miss a lot, but eventually you'll be able to re-engage
Some people do
your
low
depth
tech colonies,
perception.
and here I am screaming while
I
wearing
would like
tech
my
armor and
depth
everything burns down.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, that happens to me as well.
It's
Even
gonna
when
get
I
a while
get
for your
good at the
body to
game,
get
it's
used
like,
to it,
oh,
but you
cool.
will adapt.
A million
My head
fennec
doesn't hurt.
foxes
It
are
still
attacking.
hurts, but doesn't hurt as much as it did.
Are you having like those painstaking migraines too?
Yes.
They don't go away.
I feel like as is wont to happen when your eye is shot out of your head with a pump.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. It's bad.
Yep. But I'm alive. Duncan Murphy died. I'm coping.
I suppose that's a positive way to. I was going to say look at it, and then I felt awkward about saying look at it, and then.
It's
went
okay,
for
I
it
appreciate
anyway.
jokes, actually.
All right.
I don't think I've processed it yet, and when I do, we'll see how that goes. But for now, I'm gonna look at. No, I'm not gonna look at reports. That makes my head hurt more. Has anything happened today that I need to worry about?
Apparently a train got robbed.
Oh, I love the trains.
We need to get another train training organized.
Yes.
Yeah, Vipain IRL new. That's
Can we get
annoying.
one a bit earlier in the day?
So.
It's like when you go on.
Like
my schedule,
hypothetically between
how
like
early?
When you go on TikTok and it
6:30
just starts showing you
and
TikToks
10
about the one
p.m.
thing you're
whatever
trying to
British
avoid by
time
going on
is for
TikTok.
no reason.
I don't
Would be
know what
great.
that is. I don't know what that is.
Couple of hours at least before now.
Couple hours before
Like
now.
5
You see, okay,
hours
so
before now.
if that's the case, we'll have to wait 3 weeks. Unless you want to get one organized with Sadie. Sadie might be able to have a better time frame on you. But
I will see what I can do.
yeah.
But I imagine I'm probably going to have a lot of meetings with doctors in the coming weeks.
Yeah, of course. You of course focus on healing, but you know, you are a liaison, so you do you are more than welcome to do any trainings for the ASCTA if they want it.
Okay. Well, I'm actually going to go rest up because I'm still feeling like shit, but you two take it easy, okay?
You go get some rest, okay?
you
It's
take
gonna
it
get better.
easier.
I promise you, okay?
It's just
And
going to take some time.
if you can speak to Dr. Bellatrix, she will help you out immensely. I promise you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Of course. You let me know if you need anything, okay?
Will do.
Rest well.
Be safe. Both of you be safe.
Welcome back, Hope.
Hello.
I imagine that's smarted. Did you say it was a pump action shotgun that did that?
I think. Yeah.
Yep.
It's brutal.
Wow.
Well, she's taking high spirits.
Yeah. Those pumps are no joke.
Oh no, they're not. They're not. Yeah.
You know, Sheriff Thorne shot me once with one.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Is that how
Yeah.
you got promoted?
I think there's. I actually don't even remember when this was. I just remember it was shortly after me, Maple, and a few others. We assaulted Fort Mercer. We arrested Jack Sproul. I think Mills maybe was there, and like a handful of others. And on the transport back to Saint Denis, another group, I don't even remember who the fuck they were. They tried breaking them out, and the criminals that were on the wagon, they decided to make a break for it in the forest. So I'm chasing one of them through the forest, trying to get him. And I do catch him, and I'm trying to carry him back to the wagon. And I just run up, and Thor just turns around and just point blanks me with the shotgun. And the only reason why I'm alive is because my Litchfield took the brunt of it.
Jesus Christ. Did you just think you're one of them or what?
Yeah.
That's
And she immediately said, like, sorry. By the way, just make sure you call out when you're running up like that. I was like, okay, yeah, sure. I learned my lesson on that one.
How did it go, Slaughter?
Yeah, how'd it go?
That probably went best case scenario. He's agreed to go to counselling, and he'd like for me to push it and to be there when he's doing it. So I think that went extremely well.
Gotcha. I'm not gonna push you on this either way, but I do want to ask you something. I saw that he was wanted for something that was archived, kidnapping with Macintosh. What's the status on that?
Well, I do know he is wanted. At the moment, he is in a very precarious point because So he's trying not to be violent at the moment, and he's
Schmooge.
reaching out for help. He's under
It's
sort of
technically
a
chronic
worry
head
about
pain.
being
Oh,
trapped
the
at the
worst,
moment,
Nate.
and I read a telegram that he sent to the medic line, basically saying that he's worried that the law are going to trap him, send him back to Sisigar, and then he will never be able to
All right,
recover.
have a nice little sleepy schmooge.
Personally, as long as he stays non-violent, I'm hoping that we can get him to a point where, we can take him in later down the line, but build some rapport first, and just keep him on a non-violent path for the
Oh, you're
meantime.
actually going to sleep.
At least that's my leaning.
Yeah.
But if
All right, rest
seniors and above think differently, I'm happy to, follow that, of course.
Hold on 1 second. My main concern is that
Oh, there he is.
pretty sure it was a kidnapping. It was a kidnapping of an LEO. And it was a violent crime.
Yeah.
Why can I not find this file anymore?
Ooh, ex-cannibal, huh?
I'm not sure if he actually is a cannibal. I talked to Sand and he said that there was sort of a throw a word around about cannibals, but that there's never been any confirmation on it. They get quite touchy if you bring it up, so...
Yeah, well, one of them, what do we call it? Their handler, their doctor guy they were
Creed.
working with, Creed, yeah.
He might
He
have
would.
been.
Well, no, apparently he wasn't, but he admitted that he was secretly feeding all the people on the ward for a while human food until the point where he would do it openly.
Oh,
Christ.
Yeah. So, he was supposed to be their he's supposed to be like their psychotherapist,
Yeah.
like their person, and instead he was using them as experiments. And
yeah, he manipulated them quite badly.
yeah, they were ripping apart people all over Saint Denis and feeding them to each other. And
Well, right now, Emmett has said that his goal is he wants to get better. Now, he said this in the past and hasn't followed through, so I'm just going to be quite cautious with everything, but at the same time, if that's something that he wants to do, I'm willing to try and facilitate it. And I think even if we hold off on the trying to apprehend him for even a week or two, I think it would be worth it to build that rapport first. It doesn't seem like he's trying to run or hide or anything. He even admitted to me that he is staying in the cabin that I thought he was. So I think he's right now he's promised to me, since I've been honest with him, he's promised he's going to be honest with me. Though obviously in the past, again, the ward have given their word and gone back on it. So again, I'm going to be cautious, but I think as far as that meeting went, it went best case scenario, really.
Yeah, and I completely trust your judgment, and I do agree with you. It's hard to justify not arresting him, especially if it's a kidnapping and robbery of a government employee. Now, there are ways around this without having to put him in a cell or anything, I think. Given that this happened... When did this happen? Wait, why was this archived? This happened the other day.
Huh, who archived it?
I don't know. Do you know when this... the kidnapping of Macintosh happened?
Let me check.
Because the day and time on this is 4/26 of 03.
I believe I wrote down... Actually, I don't know if I added that one to my thing. I don't believe I saw that one yet. Or have I? Let me check. It's not archived for me. I can't find it here.
So, I see a note that Lynn also put in this file. Yeah, so it's a tricky situation. You have someone that's violent. You have someone that has kidnapped a senior deputy, and is apparently a previous cannibal, potentially. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna straight up accuse him of that, but allegedly, he has a history, and it's just hard to justify not doing something about this.
Mm.
Now,
I agree. I don't
I
mean
also
to. Well, I don't mean to say that we're never going to take him in or we're not going to take
oh
him
yeah, I
in
know.
soon. Even I think it would be the wrong. I'm sorry, I know you're a senior and
No.
everything.
I want to hear your opinion on this. I want to hear your line of thinking on this.
I think it would be the wrong call to try and take him in when he's just at the precipice of finally taking counselling after 3 years, where he hasn't been able to get to that point yet. And he's had sort of a habit of when law in his mind go against him, or they go against their word, that would push him into incredible violence, I think. Right
And
now
I agree.
he's on medication at the moment that's keeping him calm enough to he's had in the past 2-3 weeks he's had non-violent interactions with law, and I think I don't know if it will last forever, but I think I don't want to push too close too fast with it, and rather sort of almost give it a bit of time to sort of pace it out, if that makes sense, to see how he does on this, and of course basically make him a point that he will have to come in eventually, and he will, especially if he does anything violent in the next few weeks, he will be apprehended for that immediately. The no violence is I'm not going to make promises and say if you're non-violent you're not going to be arrested. That's not something I'm going to say, but I think just for the time being, I think there's a real possible chance to do some work with him, especially with the medics and Birdie. I don't want to ruin it by trying to bring him in when he's reaching out to us.
Yeah, and I completely understand that, and I 100% agree with you. Potentially, there's a way around this, and just my concern is that, is like you said, you don't want to push him too far because he'd become more violent. But also, our objective as a department is to de-escalate and to peacekeep, and I feel like this is a grand example of how we can do this, right? How can we rehabilitate this person into a civilian of the crossing without triggering him to go on a murdering spree, right?
Yeah.
So, may I suggest something?
Of course.
I would talk to some other seniors to get their opinions about it, and hope you're more than welcome to share your opinion on this too. Maybe offering him a long-term deal of community service, and for every community service he does, every task you give him, you can take a little bit of his time off. And as long as he keeps on track of his medical treatments, and he is cooperating with us in our request, and he is truly trying to reform himself, we can keep this deal until he works his community service away in his time away. And eventually, we can just waive the charge because he would have served it through community service.
I think that's it. Yeah.
We're missing something pretty big here, which is the victim involved in this.
Yep, I think I'll have to reach out.
You got to reach out.
Yes,
yeah.
I would definitely talk to Macintosh and get her thoughts on this as well.
Yes,
that is 100% a great idea.
At the end of the day, it's her decision. She was the victim. She was the reporting deputy. So
I agree.
I think personally, I think this is that would be the best way to go about trying to reform someone truly and trying to prevent a disaster. Because
I agree.
who knows? You piss him off, he kills someone, you send him to Siska, he comes back out 20 times worse.
Yeah, definitely. I think it seems that last time he was in Siska, he was subjected to shock and hydrotherapy, which seemed to
Did it work?
I'm not sure. I don't personally think so, but you know, he came back with a bit of a vengeance for that sort of thing. So you know, I think right now the medication that Birdie is giving is working, but he's sort of getting a bit frustrated because he's been trying to reach out to the medical line, you know, get a week's worth of medicine, and you know, he went into the strawberry office today for the medical, and they didn't know what medication he was meant to be on, and so he's just sort of feeling like he wants more consistency. So he asked if I would sort of work with the medic team on that and, you know, sort of facilitate the counselling, because he said he's been asking for it, but they haven't reached out yet. Though I think on their side, from what I've heard, they don't realise that he actually wants counselling yet. So I think
Gotcha.
just a bit of a disconnect there.
Has anyone from our department reached out to them regarding this, or?
Yes, I've talked to Baddie the day before yesterday, or yesterday. I think. Yes, it was yesterday.
Gotcha. Alrighty.
And
Okay.
she's the lead on it, so I think I'll talk to her about setting up some times. I'll reach back out to Emmett today, ask him for his times of availability, and that way we can match it up with Baddie, and then I can be there. You know, maybe 1 or 2 deputies just to keep the medics safe.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I wouldn't overcrowd with deputies. I think one deputy, maybe 2 at maximum is fine, but I wouldn't crowd them. Just, you know, if we're trying to make him get counseling, I personally wouldn't want to pressure him or make him feel like he's being watched or untrusted.
Yep, definitely. He said that I can stay for it, so at least I've got that. And, you know, we could just sort of have the medical, maybe even have it set in Rhodes, maybe, or have the counselling somewhere here so that the law can be at the office and have a good eye on what's happening. Have one law sort of in the area should anything go south.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Well, it sounds like you got a plan in mind, and I trust your judgment on it. If you do consider what I suggested, I would definitely recommend you talk to Macintosh and maybe a few other seniors to get their opinions on it.
Yeah, I think I definitely will. I'll reach out to Macintosh, and probably Sand as well has a lot of information on it. I talked to him about it yesterday, and yeah, he's probably the person who's most knowledgeable on all of this case. That and Clementine, so, and Macintosh. So, but yes, I'll reach out to Macintosh first, I think, and just sort of see where her mind is at and what her thoughts are. And then if it's something she would like to go forward with, then figure out with the higher ups how is the best way to do it.
For sure. Yeah. I think that's a good plan for tackling. And I think that's honestly the best case scenario that you can have.
Yeah. I'm really, really pleased with that, actually.
Check your tip line real fast.
And of course, just don't trust him because he's a psychopath. But you know.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
well I mean, you know,
never go with him anywhere alone, okay?
oh yeah, no, don't worry. I've read enough reports about the ward promising things and then doing the opposite. I mean, they gunned down Bolton right here in this office after she, you know, gave them information on Creed. So it's sort of a double-edged sword.
I'm gonna go send a telegram real fast and check us in because we all been here for a while and no one's checked us in.
Well, do you remember how many bodies they left in Saint Denis when before they were first arrested?
Who?
The ward.
Oh, I don't know.
I think it was close to 24, 25 bodies they had dismembered and devoured in Saint Denis.
This is the first time I even heard of that one. I think it was a little before my time.
That's something that I've noticed. Has there been a change in, you know, storage of paperwork?
Yes.
Yeah,
so
that's what I was thinking.
It was pre new paperwork.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Because I noticed there's a lot, you know,
I'll send
right
out a
with
check-in if you like.
I need to go
Thank
see
you.
Tech anyway.
Oh, okay.
Perfect.
it's pretty much
You
like
still come with me if you want.
at a point.
I just thought that you were needed here, but yeah, we can
I
wander
don't
over.
know. Yeah, I'm literally doing nothing.
Yeah, we just gotta,
We have the same walk style. This is awkward. Yeah, I have sort of nothing to add because I have no idea who the ward are, other than the horror stories I've just heard.
So, they were an old gang. They were based in Saint Denis and partially in Valentine. They were around 1901, 1902. The last person that was in it was Arthur Prince, and I think he was murdered. I don't remember, but they're like a organized crime group, from what I understand. It was mostly before my time. They kind of collapsed pretty much maybe a few weeks before I even became a cadet.
Right.
But yeah, organized crime, heinous stuff. Apparently cannibals, serial killers.
Yeah, it sounds bloody ghastly. We're checking all the boxes of horror.
Yep.
Afternoon. Hi, Dion. Thought hot mic that then. That would have been awful, wouldn't it?
Honestly, the gangs that I've known when I was first a deputy, they were vastly different from your gangs nowadays.
Really?
So many different ways.
Like what, for example?
I guess back then people stood for something, mostly. You know, you had the West that had some sort of principle going on, and as annoying it was to hear it, at least they had a line of morals that they believed in, right?
Right.
Nowadays, anytime I arrest someone and ask them, why are you doing it? They're saying, oh, because I'm doing it for survival, or it's all I know, or, you know, it's for fun, or because I want. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been
Especially
doing the
the
same
Western
sort of
criminals,
thing,
too.
sort of asking them, you know, what it is that they do it for, and it's I mean, the excuses, I suppose, are bizarre or pitiful.
Yeah, it's bizarre. A lot of the gangs are very unfamiliar now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very funny little group of very violent, evil people.
I remember the days of the gangs being called.
Thank you for staying by as well, by the way.
Okay, let me use that as real quick.
Yeah, well, I'll be letting everyone go chatting to these strange individuals by themselves, especially when they've got the history like that chap's got.
Speaking of strange individuals, there's an ape man.
An ape man?
Oh, really?
An ape man. There's a man who has the facial features of a chimpanzee, and he goes, and then continues with this conversation like he didn't just fucking make weird ape noises.
Oh.
Blimey.
Goodness.
Yeah, apparently he's from the circus. He was in the telegram station. I didn't expect to see it in Blackwater.
Huh.
It was crazy.
But is it sort of an act for the circus, or is it actually a sort of thing?
Well, I think it's a freak show. He's got he's severely deformed if he is a human being. But he might be a different species. I'm not positive.
Oh,
I've seen a pig man once.
Well, if he's using telegrams, I mean, he's probably human, you know.
Or maybe he's half human, half ape.
He might be. That's what I think it might be. Because some lady was saying to him, I got to go. I'll be right back. I'm going to get a stew. And then he responded with, "Oh, yes, I also love human food." Yeah.
Right.
Crazy, right?
Yes, that's quite strange to, to distinguish between human food and not.
Well, I mean,
It is strange.
Do we really eat anything that's different? That's that different to apes? Like, what do they eat? Bananas?
Trees or something. I don't know.
I mean, I suppose maybe they eat insects and stuff. Do they?
I've never actually seen an ape, really. I've seen illustrations of the chimpanzees, but, not like an actual...
Right,
I think
but
it's the
not like
closest
they
thing I've
have,
ever seen.
Not like they have dog food. Like dogs have dog food, cats have cat food. It's not like we make ape food, do we? I suppose zoos maybe do. Maybe he was in a zoo before.
Are we talking about the ape man again?
Yes, we're talking about ape man.
Yeah, the ape man.
I love how you knew.
Yeah, man. I didn't see him, but I'm hearing stories though.
Oh, I also heard there was a dog woman.
There's a dog woman? What?
I don't know. I think apparently the circus in the armadillo is getting some activity lately. So
Yeah, or someone's out there making chimeras.
yeah. Do you know there's a grizzly bear lost in the desert still somewhere?
Yeah.
I forgot what his name was. It's probably dead. Probably, of course, died of heat stroke. But circus came down to Armadillo when they first moved it down there, and the bear got loose and ate 2 people and then ran off.
Blimey. Bearzert. No, that sounded better in my head. I was trying to name him.
You say it?
Bearzert.
A Bearzert.
Yeah, I thought bear, dares. Yeah, never mind.
Oh,
Bearzert.
right. Bearzert. Because
Berserk.
Berserk.
Right, I suppose it did go berserk.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually a vigilante charge if we were going to charge the bear, which would be ridiculous because why would we charge a bear? But it was people trying to rob the circus during a performance.
Maybe we could just deputize him instead.
I mean, we do have Deputy Whiskers.
Hey, hey,
sorry. Yes.
Very huggable features, I
Have
know.
you seen the recent Siska visitation request?
Oh, the Jack Kettleman one.
Yeah.
Does Jack Kidman want to go back to Sisika?
Sure. He wants to go visit Zip.
Well, let's
What's
bring
going
him
on?
there and leave him.
How's it going?
Going good, going good. Are you?
You say Jack Hillman wants to go back to Sisika?
Yeah, he wants to go back to Siska. He just put in for a Siska request for a Zip Quill.
If I'm not
Wait,
mistaken, he
fucking
just
did.
got out of jail 2 days ago.
Jesus fucking Christ.
What was that? He probably fat thumb.
Oh, Hoop, I have something to
F
tell you, by
or
the way.
something, or E,
Actually,
probably.
I'm gonna interrogate you real quick. Where were you yesterday at
Oh,
approximately
yeah.
2 p.m. Eastern Stars?
2 p.m. Eastern Stars.
Uh-huh.
Getting ready for the Cinco de Mayo
Yeah, Jack
gun
is
auction.
back. It's hilarious that he's still alive.
Where
yeah.
were you though?
The
I don't know,
meme
probably near
2 years
Tumbleweed or
ago was
Armadillo.
that he was.
Okay, checks out. Well, actually, do you have
invulnerable.
any alibis?
Yeah, I was with Rosenborough.
I need Rosenberg.
Also, maybe Dan Lynn, because earlier than that, I was with Dan Lynn in this office preparing for the Del Lobos gun auction on Cinco de Mayo, aka Operation Cinco de Mayo, which was a complete failure, by the way, but we gave it our best.
Oh, go work anyway. Anyway, the reason why I'm doing this is because yesterday a man by the name of Roger Kennedy got shot up by the Cumberland Forest, and it was he
Voila,
said that
Kennedy.
he said his assailant looked like Tom Hooper but with a face mask and had a similar hat. And he was talking about kettle pot and principles.
Oh God, it does sound like me, doesn't it?
It does sound like you.
Didn't shoot Roger Kennedy, did you?
Is talking about principles?
Apparently, Roger was saying that the guy was talking nonsense. I was barely unable to like understand anything that he was saying.
Maybe Wesley Shields.
Maybe, I don't know.
Was he blonde?
Still about?
He didn't get a good look. Apparently, it happened all pretty quick. He just said face mask and a hat like Tom Hooper. Said something about principles and Jack Kettlepot, and that's it. He couldn't understand anything the guy was saying.
It could have been all actually. It could have been Slaughter.
Could have been
What?
Slaughter here.
It could have been Slaughter.
Slaughter's got an outfit that has a hat similar to mine.
Slaughter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where were you on the night of the 5th of May at approximately 2 p.m. Eastern Stars?
Christ, I don't know. Was that yesterday?
Yep, that was yesterday.
About 2 p.m. Eastern Stars. Let me think.
You were with me, I believe, in Saint Denis at that point.
Oh, you have an alibi? You have an
right.
alibi?
Okay, yes, I was there. Well,
Okay.
I
We were
didn't
waiting
get
for
into that
sound.
disguise
Okay,
until
checks
the
out.
Cinco de Mayo one, anyway.
Okay, checks out.
Ooh, likely story.
It is my
Very likely, huh?
It could have been Barletti. Oh, there's a Barletti who also has a hat similar to mine.
Mm-hmm.
Like their
I
leader.
have a hat similar to that, actually.
It's a good hat. Highly recommend.
Yeah.
But let's see. I doubt that the Barlettis will be talking about the principles.
Yeah, the fellow
That'd be
really
me.
did not give many details out at all. And what was worse is that there was no evidence left behind whatsoever.
Oh.
Not even the bullet casing?
Well, the bullet casings were there, but there was no prints on them or anything.
Okay. So we confirm he was shot there. But we should just,
Yeah, you definitely got shot there, but...
I mean, I do have a mask. But mine's pretty noticeable.
Oh,
My
fucking hell.
commemorative patriotic presidential bandana. It's got McKinley and Roosevelt on it.
Jesus Christ. That is pretty Western of you.
Chelsea FC, fucking.
I love
Scott.
America. Bull moose.
Oh.
I should go to the bank. I've accumulated
Good
over
idea.
$1,000. I should put that
Jesus Christ.
What the fuck? You know, I guess I got no room to speak because I woke up with $500 in my pocket, and that was a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I once went on duty after gambling with $3,500 on me.
Jesus Christ. You know, there was one point in my lifetime where I was going to go buy a wagon, and for a span of 5 minutes, I was carrying $10,000 on me.
Jesus Christ.
It was the scariest moment of my entire life. Even more
can't even
scary when
imagine what that
Sheriff
looks like.
Thorne shot me with a pump shotgun.
Where did you store it? Under your hat?
Yes. Put it underneath my hat and had 4 deputies escort me because I was terrified.
I actually had somebody with a elephant rifle and quite a lot of money on them ask me if I could watch them whilst they customized the gun in Valentine.
I need to customize mine.
Yeah, this is my second Navy that I've customized now.
Well, I have a rifle that's been sitting in my bank for like the past year and a half, and it's completely base besides like the etching on it. And I really want to customize it. Just haven't gotten around to it.
There's some shady business dealings happening at the bank, and there's a man with my hat.
Oh.
Oh,
That's not who could rob on the
would
bank?
you look at that?
I think so.
You just walked to the bank and there was a man in your hat doing shady things at the bank, huh?
Yeah, shady business.
Shady business, eh?
With your
I
hat,
think
huh?
they're selling gems or buying gems or guns or something.
Okay. Well, if you hear a bell, then we'll know what it is.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll hear an explosion before
Yeah,
we hear
that
a
too.
bell, let's say.
Well, I think you're gonna hear the bell before the explosion, though.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think they trip the alarm when they try and break in the lock, right?
Yep. Oh, yeah, actually, that's a good point. So it looks like we're going after the Del Lobos next now that the Dead Gang's been dealt with.
I can tell you right now, we're gonna need a Maxim gun.
We'll be fine.
I don't know about that one, fella.
Did
So
you
me and
do you
Sam
know
running with
do you know the
dynamite.
story of the Del Lobo fight in the Frontier?
No, I don't think I know that one.
Cooper, were you a part of that?
I wasn't, but I heard all about it. Love
Yeah.
was on the Maxim gun.
Yeah. I wasn't a part of it. I was in the reserve team with Bluestone and the medics down at Hanging Dog, waiting to be called up there. But from what I heard, we had I think it was 2 Gatling wagons, and Coulter got lit the fuck up.
Jesus Christ.
And the fight lasted from all the way from Coulter all the way deep into the Frontier, and I believe we had a grand total of like 6 deputies down at the end of it out of 20. And well, all the Delobos, a few of them died, a few of them got sent to Siska. But it was a good 3-4 hour fight, I believe. It was something.
Fucking hell. To be fair, the gunfight we had yesterday was about 2 hours long as well.
I mean, you said it was a complete failure, but I don't think that's accurate. I mean, you managed to bloody gather the intel on the auction, infiltrate it, locate the bloody criminals, successfully engage them.
Yeah.
Nobody died.
Yeah, it was, yeah, nobody died, and I think the auction was a failure. I think they didn't get to sell much, which is good. Which means we'll have another
They
chance.
can't fund shit, yeah.
Why does Ryan have guns in his locker? Yeah, why are
I don't
there
know,
eggs
Ryan's
in
a bit
here?
scandalous.
And potatoes and carrot. What is all this stuff? There's ice cubes in here. How are we keeping ice cubes in here?
Probably they're trying to cook food for the department.
There's a lot of food in here, which is nice. It's really nice. There's a lot of eggs and milk in here.
I think Sadie had a lot of stuff in there as well for when she makes stuff.
Slaughter saw the most well-stocked office in the entire department yesterday.
I didn't get Valentine office sorted.
Which one's that? Armadillo.
That's right, Armadillo, the best
Armadillo
stocked office in the
is
entire department.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
Always stocked with food. You need food? Gotcha. You need water? We got you.
You want
you don't eat meat?
cigarettes?
We got you. You need cigarettes? We got you. You need cigars? We got you.
You're enjoying this, huh, Dion? Just standing around with
Your hands
the,
are starting to shake because
eating
you're too
donuts,
sober on
drinking
duty?
coffee.
We got you.
With the cops.
There's alcohol in there as well.
Holy
I
shit,
did
my
leave a bottle of
sheriff is
pirate rum in
around.
there. Wow.
I don't think the pirate room's still there. I think it's gone.
Goddamn. I need to make some more. Completely out of it.
Who goes there?
Who's that?
And then who goes there?
Howdy.
It's Buck Bohannon. Is it Buck?
Buck Bohannon.
Yeah, Buck Bohannon. I remembered.
Whoa, Cameron is on duty. Good then.
I don't know about you folk, but I'm going stir crazy just standing in one place.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
go
about
with
to
you.
go strawberry again.
No, wherever you want to go, Ali, I'll go with you. I don't like staying in one place either.
Just a little patrol. I guess we can go from here through Tall Trees to Strawberry, Big Valley, make way to Valentine, see what's going on from there. Just a loop, you know. A basic
I'm
patrol
gonna
route.
hit the strawberry. The rangers were telling me earlier that
Can we
apparently people
go
have been
through,
targeting them, so I'll just stay there.
Did you say
it a
Pronghorn?
Yeah, we can go through Pronghorn.
Is it a what?
Cumberbund.
Cumberbund?
Cumberbund.
What the fuck is that?
Buck has one. Buck Buchanan has a cummerbund.
What's a cummerbund?
It's like a thing on his shirt, the Lorde thing.
What the like the scarf?
Yeah, below the scarf.
Oh, like the strap around his
red
the red
thing.
The red thing?
Yeah, the red thing around him is
It's called a
waist. Cummerbund.
That's such a bizarre name. It makes me want to change it.
Yeah. I wouldn't blame
Cummerbund.
Well,
What was
it
it
makes you
called
sound
when
very
you
fancy.
when you ordered it, or did you just point at it?
I just pointed at it. Said, "Hey, that one."
Yeah, that's what I do as well.
Yep.
Yep, sort of
You see a
same.
well-dressed mannequin, you know, what can you do?
I usually wear that frayed jacket, like a fringe jacket, not frayed, that fringe jacket. But you know, when I go to places like Rhodes or anywhere in Lemoyne, it's burning up down there.
Yeah, super hot, humid.
I'd much rather take dry heat than I would humidity.
See, this is why I always wear linen. Linen is good in all climates, except the snow. Then you freeze. But, you know, linen...
Fuck the snow.
Great.
He likes to go to the
I
snow.
love the snow.
Oh, fuck
know,
the snow. Fuck that place.
If I ever get forced out of Valentine, I'm gonna request a stationing in Coulter. That's what I want.
So
you be the future sheriff of Coulter. Wait.
I love your joke, Super.
I'm going to bed.
Good night. All right,
Good night.
I'm going on patrol. If you want to join, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, I'll take the fresh air. Are you going to be all right, Slaughter? You need any assistance?
I'll be perfectly fine. I did want to ask if possible, could I put you as an next of kin on my file?
Oh.
Yeah, only if I can. Only if you can add me to yours.
Yes, of course, that's fine.
Also, the horse, Emmett's horse, is a thoroughbred.
Thoroughbred, perfect. Thank you.
Long grey mane, dark to light grey, and then dark to light grey tail, blue grey. All right. I'll leave the next of kin to you.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right. That does frighten me though. Like, you requested that just before we rode out, but.
Yeah, quite. It's a bad omen.
No, it's
That's a
just
bad
something
omen.
I was thinking about, so
Yeah.
I needed to.
I keep forgetting about it as well. All right. See you soon.
Bye.
He's coming with. He's you are coming with us. All right.
No, I'm just going to strawberry. The Rangers have said that apparently there have been people targeting them, so I'm just going to stick around here in Strawberry for now.
Who's targeting Rangers?
Apparently Rangers and medics have been getting robbed in Strawberry recently.
Is it?
Or
It's not Victor
attempted
Street, is
robberies.
it?
I mean. No idea. They don't know exactly who it was. The Ranger just said that there's been a few reports apparently of people either stalking them or trying to rob them.
I hope it's not Victor Street, because I know they have a vast history of fucking with the Rangers and medics in Strawberry. Let's make sure we get a tip sometime.
Okay.
Yep.
I've already got a tip that I'm in for Strawberry, so I will. Good luck. I might
Alrighty.
join you halfway through the patrol or something like that.
Yeah, well,
Just gonna
we'll
check
be-
up on
We're
it.
going to
we'll
swing
find-
through tall trees first, and then we
Sure.
must swing by Strawberry to pick you up if
All
you
right,
want.
perfect.
Then go
Use
through
that.
Big Valley.
Right, see you then. You be careful.
It's
See if we
Bohannon,
can
right?
find
I don't know if
correct.
we've met. Lucien Lorde.
Maybe.
Who's
Yeah.
that other deputy? I probably should have asked his name, but I'm blanking on it.
Which other deputy?
The one that
Oh, the one that just left.
The one that
Brady.
just left. Yeah, Brady. Why the fuck did I cannot remember him? I ride with him all the
Every
goddamn
time I
time.
think of Brady, I feel like his hair is longer or something.
I guess that's it. I guess
Well,
because
he's
I
a
get Brady and
returning
Rick
deputy,
confused.
right? He was a deputy a while ago, I think.
Hmm.
Came back.
How you doing?
Eddie. Sorry?
How you doing?
Doing good? You?
You arrested me once.
Sorry?
I think you arrested me once.
Did
Chased
I?
me to the wall and I bashed my head against the wall.
I don't remember that. I'm sorry. If I did that to you, I do apologize.
Well, I was running, to be fair.
That made me laugh so much.
Oh, I still apologize. I don't like
Arrested me
hurting folk.
once.
Despite
Yeah,
popular
Simone,
belief.
go.
It's all one under the bridge.
Well, I'm glad you see it that way. You been doing okay?
Yeah, keep it to myself, keeping cleans, whatever's keeping my nose clean.
That's good. Good to hear.
See, my cousin Dino's around.
I can't say I know Dino.
He hasn't been getting into no trouble, has he?
I don't think so. Like I said, I don't know the name, so I guess that's a good thing.
All right, good. Well, you take care of yourself.
Yeah, you too.
Who on earth was that?
I don't remember. I vaguely remember him.
This
I
is
don't remember
hilarious,
his name.
Sean.
I remember being here with a few
One of
other
my favourite players
deputies.
on
I
the
had just
server.
woken up, and he I think he was just doing some really crazy shit in town. Kept running from us. I think I ended up tackling maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't see you sneak up.
Amelia Tyler. I miss her. Dude, Levi is gonna be like, what the fuck? When we finally catch up. with
Tell you the
Maddie.
rail once we get out of town.
How you been, Buck?
You're gonna live too. Just fine.
Said it very weirdly there. Sure.
As fine as I am any other day. We're going to do tall trees. And then we're going to swing by Strawberry to pick up Brady if he wants to come. And then we'll go through Big Valley, Pronghorn, and then back to Strawberry.
Heard.
Sounds good.
I can't remember tall trees. Are there more camps on the right side of it? If you think about the main circle of tall trees, right?
So
Is there more camps on the right side?
like in between the road and the river?
Yes.
Yeah, there's like one or two of them.
I think I really just want to check camps and things.
Are we looking for anyone in particular?
And just look for activity.
Okay.
The only place I really want to go to in particular is this little cabin just outside of Pronghorn Ranch. It's the one that doesn't have a back door. We got a report a few days back that I investigated of some belongings being left in there, and there was a bunch of medical bottles and a bunch of tally marks scratched into the wall.
Yeah, we conducted that investigation earlier on. I think we're avoiding it a bit.
Coker, pick it up.
Okay.
Oh, to the left, go!
Yep. Go!
Easy end to go. Turn around, we're good. But we're still coming. That's smart enough.
Yeah. Yeah, that little house belongs to Emmett Gray, and he's sort of currently under investigation. and we're trying not to spook him too much, so...
Okay, we can avoid then. Stay right.
Yeah, I mean, we can ride past it and just check there's not someone screaming
There's
or something.
there's this camp off to our right directly. You can see the lab from it, and there's another one that's further down. But there is a grizzly bear to this one.
I'll leave it to y'all. Do y'all want to investigate all the camps, or?
Up to you. This is your patrol now. I don't mind.
Yeah, let's go this way.
There's nothing else going on.
Don't need to really go in depth. Just swing by, see if we see anything.
He sounds
I am
like
gonna grab my Litchfield though,
becoming
in
right
case
for us
we
guy, doesn't
run
he?
into a bear. I stopped carrying bolt actions on my horse because we never use them.
Not much. Yeah. I've thought about grabbing a Springfield from the locker and put it on my horse for when I'm gonna go hunting.
Are we allowed to use those?
Just do a little ride around and see if anything stands out to me immediately.
It didn't look normal to me. It's not a lot of toss sheet
Have we
goes
had
anyway.
any reports of cannibals lately?
Not that I know of.
That that man and his daughter that attacked Keppel.
I don't even know
So
about that one.
big. Yeah, I don't remember his name. Crow something. Stanley Crow.
It sounds vaguely familiar.
Came across a fella fitting the exact description of that guy, but using a different name. But we didn't get a chance to interrogate him on it because we got pulled away from gunshots. Bear. Grizzly bear to our right.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Hold. You taking it?
Yeah, might as well.
Alright, I got a solution on it. Ready on your...
3, 2, 1. Did it go down?
Give me 1 second to adjust my range real fast. Alright.
Alright. Want to go through this main area in the middle here. And then we'll start heading towards Strawberry.
Alright. There are a lot of like hidden camps in like the center area. Ones that are like easily missable.
I have not spent a lot of time in tall trees, so this is very useful for me, to be honest.
Station of Strawberry, I have to come out here and do this kind of type of patrol all the time.
I've never really been drawn out here that often.
Well, I know one terrifying story I have about this specific place is the time I chased the bathhouse crew from the backwater bank, and they wrecked the wagon here. Fog set in, and they start running at us with machetes.
Blimey.
And standing out to me immediately. It's just one of those instances where if somebody's living out here, I'd like to know.
Fast ride to the right. Oh, wild horses. I think that's what I heard. Something spooked them though.
Yeah, what's driving them that way?
Beware, sometimes there might be a grizzly up here.
I just assumed there's going to be grizzly everywhere. There's a grizzly right here. Dead, though.
It's dead?
This one? Yeah, it's dead and butchered.
Oh.
Every time I'm thinking of turning back and going to Strawberry, I keep coming across and keep seeing another camp.
Yeah, you weren't lying. There are lots of little camps around here.
There's even more further south.
Yeah, there could definitely be a grizzly around here somewhere.
Yeah, there's usually one below us or further in front, around that corner.
Has anybody got any areas they want to check around here?
Not particularly. I mean, there is that fishing hut, but it's a hit or miss.
Is that... Alright, let's go this way, actually. There's like a cabin further along this road before you get to the speakeasy.
I think that's the cabin that, I believe, Lorde was mentioning about Emma Gray.
Oh no, that one's over by Pronghorn.
Oh, okay.
Little one that's
That has
no
a
back
top
door
right
and a
no
type
back
writer.
door.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Just get to this cabin and we'll head back.
Wolves left
Wolves.
side.
Smashed it.
Oh, hello.
Easy, amigo. Did you get eaten?
Nope.
Yeah, you alright?
My horse
Good.
bucked me, but I'm okay. Indigo was not happy with me lately.
The first shot was fucking sick, dude.
Because I
Nailed
haven't
him.
taken her out in a while.
He was in the fucking Lorde pocket, you know. The fucking triangle of death.
What an interesting first stop to take her.
What's that?
I said, what an interesting first stop to take her, Daltries.
Oh. Well, yeah, I've really been on duty for like the past 2 weeks. 2-3 weeks. So, both me and Indigo here are both trying to get back in the swing of things, and I think Indigo's just out of the rhythm. Sheriff's Department is inside. Sheriff's got some Sheriff's Department. If you're inside, call out. Make an entry. If you have a gun in hand, I'm gonna shoot your ass. All clear.
I took him dope.
There's a snake in here. That's convenient.
I'm gonna get a drink of that, actually.
Yeah.
Anything that's like as far away as that rock and closer, I can get pretty good on horseback now. I know that doesn't look like far, but it's different on horseback, trying to figure out. It's like really close to where, and also like sometimes I'm at this zoom, which changes everything, but I try and keep to this middle zoom. And it's just sort of... 'cause what you're aiming for is the middle of the screen.
How uninteresting Daltries has become.
And it's basically just an inch right of Lorde's shoulder.
I remember
That's how I
back
do
in
it.
the day,
On my screen.
every time we'd come out here for a patrol, we'd always find something either ridiculous or just straight up terrifying. Whether it be blood, prints, markings, just something that is just out of the ordinary out here.
I remember those days.
Nowadays, it's kind of been more tame.
Y'all mind if I butcher these animals to get me some food?
Yeah, go ahead. If any excess, I'll take it.
Whatever I get, I'll just split it among everybody. Probably not be a
well-
whole lot. We shot these things off to pieces.
I suppose it's a good thing if you're not finding any creepy stuff.
I get nothing from this one.
Do you get anything if you cleaver a wolf? You have to knife them.
Can't get anything out of that other one. I only got 2 pieces of meat.
You can keep them.
Yeah, I can't cook, so I can't really do anything with them anyway.
You know how to cook?
No, I just make mine into like jerky. Well, I overcook it to the point where it's pretty much jerky.
I mean, I guess that's what I do, really.
This is what I tend to do when I'm on patrols. I just, sometimes I'll find myself hunting along the way.
Not a bad activity. Never know what you'll see when you're doing that.
I think I'm just as likely to bloody poison myself. End up being left for dead out here.
Nah.
I used to, back in my younger days, I used to hunt for a living. Was a fur trapper. And then I ran my own general store.
Makes you a very
Hunt
accomplished
bears,
man.
buffaloes, sort.
Blimey. Well, I was born in a city, so I don't think I even saw grass until I was 20 years old.
This is my habitat right here.
Kind
Yeah,
of grew
I
up
like
in
it.
nature. Grew up in a little valley and, well, never really ventured away until I was probably around 18. Didn't really learn how to fire a gun or even ride a horse till I actually came to the crossing, ironically enough.
Same for me with the gun. Managed to learn how to ride a horse when I was younger.
Yeah, my folk were very picky about that one. About weapons and horses. Say they weren't for me.
I'll say straight on here. Start heading to Strawberry.
Right. Yeah, I got lucky. I met a sort of a man that worked at a stable, and all I did was merely sort of show interest in working there. And he said, "Well, you're gonna have to learn how to sort of understand horses and such." And I never did actually take the job, but he let me ride around on the horses a bit, get a feel for it. I sort of feel like I got much better by coming here, but at least I knew the basics.
Yeah. How I learned was quite funny, actually. I had just came from the crossing. I arrived through a caravan, rode from all the way from Montana to here. And as soon as I get out the caravan, I enter Blackwater. I meet a man by the name of Kit Bishop and his then girlfriend named Till, I think it was. And the first thing they did was got me drunk. And then they taught me how to ride a horse. And the horse bucked me off immediately.
Blimey.
But a few days of practice and I got it.
So you were born in Montana?
Oh yeah.
What's that like?
Well, it was mountainous and cold most
Take a
of the
rest.
time. Lots of rain and downfall from the mountains, of course. Lived in the more mountainous regions of it. But it was peaceful. It's good country out there. Good folk.
Before coming here, I spent most of my life in Kansas. Born there, worked there, was law there.
What's
That's why I
Kansas like?
chose, it's like the Great Plains pretty much, but bigger.
Right.
Yeah. I would say Montana is a mixture between Big Valley and the plains, for sure. In fact, actually, Strawberry is pretty similar to where I grew up from. Small little town nestled in a little valley. Everyone in the town knew each other.
Take it right here.
What brought you down here then?
I had nowhere else to go. My folk,
Take it left.
they passed away, and well, so did my entire town. Sadly, it was a mudslide. One of the mountains, I guess, had too much downpour from the rain season, and most of the town was destroyed. My pa passed away in it, and my ma, she passed away in the caravan on the way here.
Christ, I'm sorry.
That's okay. It was a long time ago now.
I mean, admittedly, a similar thing happened to me. My parents passed, and I didn't really know where else to go. I had a cousin out here. I thought maybe I could find him. But he was also deceased upon arrival, so...
Yeah.
Kind of similar in a way.
I'm sorry to hear that. My uncle, he's around now, but I was under the impression he was actually dead. The entire time, the last few years. Then, shortly after my wife passed away, I went back to Montana, and accidentally bumped into him. Then we ended up coming out here. He and I are the last living of my family now, I guess.
Yeah, I know that feeling. I'm the last lord. Apart from all the rich folk in England, I suppose, that own land and such. And by that I mean actual lords, not, you know, my lords.
Yeah.
Somebody want to see if Brady's in there, check the tip line.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Let me grab some ammo real fast.
There's
Anything
a
going
couple
on?
of things going on. Yeah. There was a shootout at the Heartlands. Golden Hounds are maneuvering about, and then Mills and Five. Who's Mills?
Cattleman gang.
Heading this way.
Apparently someone got kidnapped by the Golden Hounds. Dr. Kroom. I don't know who that is. Two deputies responded to that. Okay. Do we know where Brady went?
No.
He could still be in town. He was meeting with the Rangers, right?
He's probably the medical officer at the medical officer or Rangers.
So if they're headed riding up Big Valley, should we wait?
That's not him, is it? Not seeing him. Afternoon, Rangers.
Howdy, howdy.
Hello, Deputy Lorde. I'm just sort of inquiring as to whether you met with Deputy Brady. I think he came over to speak with the Rangers briefly. Would have been maybe 10 minutes ago, 15.
Yeah, I probably just returned from a patrol.
I'm just sort of seeing if he was in town or if you saw him at all.
I didn't actually see.
All right. Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Yeah, you stay safe.
Yeah,
Hope
you
you
too.
find them.
Did he not make it here? What the fuck happened?
I might interject every now and then, but I'll let you take lead.
No sign of Brady. I asked the Rangers if they saw him, but they didn't, so I'm not sure if he was here and he left or if he didn't get here. Is he still clocked in?
I didn't check.
Oh, I didn't even look at that.
Is this the real Lucien Lorde?
Yeah, he is.
Not sure if I want to thought over 125 days, but let's see.
Who's got 125 days?
Milliken Fuller, he runs with Hillmans. Old Western gang. The ones that actually stood for something back then.
Right. Kettleman, that's that chap
The ones that
that was in Sissika or something earlier on. Oh, left me.
Go ahead, fella, move along.
Sometimes I have to remember that I don't know these people.
I didn't mark this. Let me mark this real quick.
Yeah, just quickly.
Yeah, I don't have to backtrack up. Just give me a second.
I was going to sleep, but I'm getting my second wind. Oh, dude, I'm about to clock out, I think.
Yeah, back then they had this the thing called the principle, right? And it was this thing that they would always say. Now I don't know exactly what the principle was, but it was just more of a lot of rules that they followed, and they followed by heart.
Right. And this group, Kettleman Gang, they're that chap Jack that you were talking about.
Yeah, Jack Kettleman, he's their leader, or was. He
Lucien
before Wallaby and Gavin
Lorde.
Summers, Jack Kettleman was the most notorious criminal. Wallaby ended up overshadowing him, but
You want me to lead us out there?
Right.
yeah, go ahead.
Like a rat then.
Where are we headed? Pronghorn.
Yeah, we're going through Pronghorn and Big Valley, so you can figure out catch
Just came in from Wallace Station, it looked like. So honestly, they're probably already through Big Valley at this point. But see if there's any Pronghorn folk there. I've seen them. Taking a ride.
One of my favorite Rufus
I got a
moments.
little rapport with Mills if he remembers me, so I might be able to negotiate with him to see if he can turn himself in. For 125 days, it's not a bad of a stay.
When he finally
It's
met
been a
Jack
while since he's been
Kettleman
around, maybe he wants a clean slate.
and was like
Very long
so
time, but
disappointed.
last time they took a little leave and came back, they rained hell in the crossing for
I like
for a
Peppo,
month
but
straight.
Rufus was insane.
Oh, joy.
So I don't know. I guess we'll see what kind of mood he's in.
Dude, I asked Jack Kettleman to show me his dick.
My
He was
assumption
like,
is
apparently
probably
it's
gonna try to
fucking
head out
huge.
west.
Everyone keeps fucking talking about how great you are.
That's the direction, at least.
Jack was like, what the fuck? And Rufus was like, this is him? What a fucking disappointment this guy is. This is the guy everyone's scared of. Dude, it was so disappointed.
If Cheddar Bob was trying
Rufus
to
thought he was going to be
last time I actually saw
like
him
him.
was
Like
with
he
Cheddar
was
Bob.
expecting someone that was like
So
a
I've had
fucking,
interactions with the
like this storm of a human being. Just a completely different creature.
Hmm.
And just a guy, you know, showed up.
Mills
A
is one of the
businessman,
original
a
gang
bank
members of
robber.
the Kettleman gang.
And Rufus was like, oh,
Tree branch.
this is devastating.
Tree. I like it.
And he was just like absolutely like
Just watch the trees.
unenthused because I mean, admittedly we surrounded him. Summer's gang.
You see one, or is there going to be one?
There's gonna be one along the street line in front of us. To our right.
And like, what's he gonna be able to do? You know, Jack Kettleman talk his way out of it, kind
Usually
of.
by
But
the fence line of the ranch.
it was hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, I knew that one. There's sometimes a black bear.
I kept telling him to show me his dick. Jack Kettleman was like, "What the fuck? Who is this guy?"
It's worried about the grizzly.
Summers was like, "Rufus, shut the fuck up."
Oh, that's a log.
Enjoyed myself so much during those streams. I don't know if I streamed it, but you know, those nights.
Yeah, to be honest, they probably moved through Big Valley already if that tip came from Wallace.
They're probably heading out further out west, to be honest.
I'm really surprised he's still alive. I remember that night they tried to kill him. Do you remember when they electrocuted him and he still didn't die? Because it like glitched or something. I can't remember what happened now. Didn't it bug out or something? The electric chair. He was like the first person to get the electric chair or something, maybe. I can't remember.
Let's just move up a bit and we'll just take a look through our binoculars down the valley. Then maybe we go back and watch the tip line and see if there's anything else. Anybody else spots them.
They're probably at Wallace, right? They're heading up this
The
way.
tip. Yes, it came from Wallace.
Oh, they were at
and they
Wallace,
were headed
right.
up. Yeah, somebody was at Wallace that spotted them.
Yeah.
And that's where they sent the tip from, saying that they were headed up Big Valley Way. And so, by the time we saw the tip, they would have already been through this way, honestly.
Yeah. Probably got through tall trees or something and headed out west if I had to take a guess.
I just wanted to make sure that they weren't trying to pester the pronghorn people here if they were here. Seems to be the new
Mills.
trend.
Mills and the Kettleman gang, they're not ones to extort people, I don't think. They're
check
more
hanging
about the
dog
big
while we're here.
fish, right?
I wasn't around back then, I
they
don't
want the
think.
big
Yeah, this
game.
was a while ago. This would have been, I think it was 1901.
bank robbers.
No. Yeah.
Very big bank robbers.
Maybe? Fuck, I don't know, dude.
Let's check hanging dog real quick just to see.
It was
if,
summer of 22.
That G person still leaving messages from Blanche.
G person?
Jeet. Northwest gang.
Oh, you mean Yit?
Yit, whatever. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Pretty sure it's Yit.
Yeet.
Yeet.
I don't know.
Rufus kind of did whatever the fuck he wanted. Yeah, he did, yeah. I mean,
Someone made mention, I can't remember who it
it
was
was so
exactly, that they were
scuffed.
still leaving
The Rufus
messages
era
from
was
Blanche.
so scuffed.
Blanche Martin. And last one that I saw was pinned to the door up here at the building.
I know a while back that gang was trying to fuck this ranch here.
I mean, I played a Civ as well back then called
Yeah,
Tar, and I
that-
worked at the
no,
Rhodes
that
gun
wasn't too
store, and it
involved
was
in it.
fucking great. I sat on that gun store porch all night and just spoke to whoever
He's probably,
came
I
through.
think, one of the only few surviving
Loved it.
members at this point.
I'll
Well,
screw
yeah,
it.
they're all
Executed a
dead.
couple.
I just haven't logged in on him in 2 years, so.
I'll clear this building real quick. Saints Cross Sheriff's Department. We're doing a sweep of this building. If anyone's inside armed, I suggest you put that gun away, otherwise you're likely to be shot. Make yourself known.
I parked my bartender in the Blackwater Saloon for 6 hours a day to watch YouTube videos.
Saints Cross Sheriff's Department. If anyone's inside of you, do not make yourself known.
used
You're
to do
likely
the
to be
same
shot.
thing, and then someone would walk up, have a conversation, and they'd leave. Some of my favourite sessions
Saints
started on
Cross
that
Sheriff's
porch. I
Department.
know,
Final
yeah.
warning: when you're
Same.
coming in, if you are inside and armed, you better put that gun away. Otherwise, I'm going to shoot you.
And they were never like crazy nights where like gunshots and people taking hostage or anything. It was just a bunch of people having a conversation. It was hilarious.
I'll go up the stairs.
Yeah.
There's a bird in here.
Bird.
Yeah, okay.
Live one, a carving.
It's like a songbird, like a hummingbird in here. Just flying around up here. I don't know where it went.
Alright, fair enough.
It was different back then. It really was, yeah. It really does feel like. I mean, weirdly enough,
Didn't figure there was
Ruben's
anything
been
here,
talking
but
about it all
assault
night.
the ranch.
It was like
might
2
as well.
years ago, man. These criminals sort of stood for something, and now they just
Alright,
suck.
next strawberry.
And I remember it. I remember it pretty well. It was really interesting, even from a civ perspective. But even while because I was running around, I was a dead end kid
Speaking to canter them.
for a little while, and I was in the Summers gang. And I had my own gang. I was in that we didn't really get to do much on. Tar was sort of a weird informant for the cut. Sort of ever so slightly grey area of criminality. It was mostly just a civilian. Worked under Flood in the gun store. Cooper Garrett. And it was the best day. Loved it so much. Didn't do anything. I mean, even on the other character I play, Levi, who you bumped into that one night in Strawberry, when we were trying to break Moxley out.
There's the right. Sorry.
Right.
Very good.
I thought you said bear. I'm like, what?
Nah, I said there's the right.
Oh.
I was looking for the right.
I sit him up. He sits
just
on the
broke
top
up
of
like
the
a
roof of the Blackwater Saloon.
Where's the bear?
And I just listen to people have conversations all night. It's great. I put on a podcast. Amazing what you learn. Just sitting on the roof of telegram stations and saloons and stuff. Insane. I sat on top of the Strawberry telegram station for like 4 hours one night. Best time of my life. Love playing this even. I know I've talked about it before, but it's so fucking difficult to play one. Yeah, I mean, I think the hardest thing is not becoming a vigilante.
Lost Lorde for a second. Couldn't see him.
Oh, he's back there.
Yeah, I'm still here. Don't mind me. Just getting a little sleepy. I've had a bloody long shift.
Well, if you need to get some rest, do get it.
What's the
Yeah, I'll
difference
probably
between
clock
a
off
long
when we get
shift
into
and a
town.
bloody long shift? Left.
Yeah, the hardest part is like, because you're just relentlessly being kidnapped and your loved ones are being stabbed and everyone, it's so hard to not become.
Lord.
Hey, Sam, Buck trying to ask you something.
Oh, I couldn't hear you at all, so sorry.
I said, what's the difference between a long shift and a bloody long shift?
Oh, well, I didn't get enough sleep, I suppose, is really what I should have said. I ended up waking up a little earlier than I planned this morning and...
Let's see.
Yeah. I probably should have just said I'm tired. It feels like
Yeah,
a long
you're fine.
shift,
We
but I
got
don't
the
really know
message.
what the... I don't even know what the time is, to be honest.
Well, if you need to get some rest, okay?
Yeah, I think that's proof enough that I need to go to bed, isn't it? Barely conscious.
Alright, Wally, I can take on the whole crossing.
You have to shoulder the entire crossing. Hopefully nothing awful happens.
Okay, it looks like
Selling
Brady is.
moonshine and attempting to rob folks in roads. Cousin Miggs, oh god.
Wait, who?
One of the freaking Drew's Greek cousins.
Oh, I had a encounter with him last night. God damn it.
Boot bandits.
Hi.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Hi.
All right, there you go.
Cousin Miggs.
My replacement has showed up.
No,
I'm
let's
off
go
duty.
to.
I'm injured. Unfortunately,
never mind.
I can't
Oh, you're injured. You're injured.
barely see out of my left eye.
What happened to you?
Shot in the head.
Jesus
Graze.
fuck.
A graze, but golden hounds.
Gee, well, I'm glad you're alive.
Yeah, I'm glad they're too stupid to aim. They just keep fanning me down.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I like to get close to you and do that.
I'm going to get some rest, chaps.
All right.
Good
Have a
ride
good
with
one.
you. Take care of yourself, James.
It's good seeing you, Lucien.
Yeah,
Take
you
care,
too.
okay?
Good night.
Alright, Buck, you want to go to the roads and deal with these folk?
Yeah, I'm just going to clock off here because I'm clearly not with it. Barely fucking conscious, able to hear. They're like, hey, listen, do you want to do something? And I'm like, I can't fucking remember what my name is. I woke up really early this morning because there was fucking people doing construction in front of in the apartment across from mine. To be honest, literally 11 o'clock. It's midnight now where I am in London. But when it gets to this hour, as in 11 to midnight. It's midnight now, so whatever time it is for you, an hour ago, my brain turns off. And it's always when stuff happens. Like, by this time of night, I'm really tired. I've done 2 streams. I'm just kind of like... I'm just sort of like rolling about. I'm just behind someone in a group. And then and then the bank gets robbed. And they're like, Lucien, go and I'm like, oh, fuck. Hello, who's in the bank? I don't know what my name is. They're like, how many of you are out there? And I'm like, I can't count. I don't know. You ran into a gang as a civ. It wasn't an oh fuck not again. It was more like I'm going in the back room and hiding. Yeah, it was a bit like that. Yeah. When the Kettle Crew or Summers gang rode through town, the civs all hid. Yeah, I mean, Summers gang, because it was Johnny, the way that he runs stuff, he's so paranoid, isn't he? He even does it on Hans. If you're running around with him on Lore, he's so paranoid. The way he moves around the server is crazy. It was really fun. And then obviously Dead End Kids wasn't like the Dead End gang. It's funny because Rufus would have fit in with the Dead End gang more than the Dead End Kids. But like, Rufus joined the Dead End Kids because Wallaby was on that cusp of turning into the more sort of violent version of him that he was. That, you know, we've sort of had to encounter recently. But like, that was like stealing shoes from people and stuff. And then every now and then I'd get with Edwin. And Edwin would be like, come on then, Rufio, we're going to go and do something crazy. And he'd be like, all right, let's go do something crazy. But yeah, I mean, you know, they sort of had, like, it always felt like they were actually doing something. It wasn't just like, I'm robbing someone because that's what I do. You know, give me your $20 and your cattleman. And you're like, why? And they're like, because I'm logged in. I remember climbing the steps up and out of Strawberry when Sadie caught a glimpse of the Summers gang for the first time, just staying out of their way. It was a vibe. Yeah. I was in the second incarnation of the Summers gang because he came back, didn't he? And the first time Summers appeared on the server, they just slaughtered everyone, I think. Unfortunately, Rufus wasn't there to encourage him. Yeah, well, I mean, you could sort of see the shift happening because there was the arc with Little Jimothy, where it was like, he was like, what are we doing, guys? This is so violent and not what we're about. And Wallaby and Edwin were like, yeah, we're going to get a bit more violent. And Little Jimothy was a bit more like, I don't know about this. And you had Missy and Chrissy sort of swinging between everyone, and Rufus and Edwin were like, we're gonna go fucking do some crazy shit. But that was sort of like the beginning of the Dead End Gang, really. And then they all fucking died, didn't they? So, you know. Alright, well, tonight was fun. I mean, it wasn't like a crazy evening of doing like crazy shit, but I'm really happy it wasn't. I didn't really have the brain for it tonight. If we'd got into like multiple gunfights or something, I probably would have, I think I probably would have had a bloody brain hemorrhage. So it was quite nice just running around. What I actually appreciated there was getting to know Reuben Wiley. I have not really gotten to know him as like a person, you know, because sometimes you get to know people's lore characters, but there's also the human character underneath it, you know, not the player. I don't mean the player, but the actual. There's like Senior Deputy Reuben Wiley, and then there's Reuben Wiley, right? And I didn't really know. I've done a lot of riding around with him, but I didn't really know who he was, so that was quite nice to get to know him a bit better. I learned a lot about him, really. That was it. We bowled around with Chloe for a bit. Fun. Alright, well, thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you had a mildly enjoyable time. I don't know. If you did, great. If you didn't, fuck you, dude. Tomorrow is D&D, so I won't be playing Wild RP tomorrow night. So I'll probably be back on Wild on Wednesday. Might be playing Levi, but don't hold your breath. I don't really know what the plan is. And then tomorrow in the day, we're going to play more RimWorld. Thanks for watching. I love you, Uncle Dirtbag. The rest of you are okay. The rest of you are okay, I guess. My love is reserved for one man and one man only. My son. My father. My father himself. Oh, you know who we should raid? Let me raid. I've never raided Frankster before, but Frankster plays Wainwright, who we were on the train with yesterday. It made me laugh every time he said the word fuckery. I don't know. His character's crazy, but it was interesting to get to know him. And I don't know. The way he delivers the word fuckery does make me chuckle. Chuckery. So let's pass on some love. Alright. I'm going to get some sleep, boys. Have a good night. See you later. Peace. Bye. Yamate. Yamate kudasaya. I watched Godzilla minus one. Yeah, is that what it's called? Godzilla -1 last night. Dude, that shit rocked. It was dope as fuck. It was like the old Godzillas. Godzilla's a prick in it as well. Again, he's not some fucking superhero. Dude, go watch it. Good night. Bye.